What's up everyone, Keymaster468 here, bringing you yet another walkthrough. This time I'm doing a walkthrough of Toy Story 2, the game for the PlayStation 1. Black screen, look at it, it's beautiful, ain't it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't really know where to start with this. It's a game, I think a few people requested it. I really liked this game as a kid. It used to be hard to me as a kid. Now it's not. It's pretty easy for me now, aside from a few annoying bits, which we'll get to when we get to. But yeah, I don't really know how to really start this. I just think this is a really good game, and I want to do a walkthrough of it. And if you don't like it, well, tough beans. I'm doing it. So sit down and shut your mouth. Anyway, no. I'm just kidding, I love you guys. Don't hate me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna skip all the logo stuff, because no one cares about that. Alright, so with that, Toy Story 2. Oh yeah, let's do it. I don't know why I turned it to the cat in the hat there. The terrible live-action version. Not the good cartoon version. Anyway. So yeah, before we get started here, I guess I might as well show this. If I go to my save file, as you can see it says 50 up there. There are 50 things to collect in this game in total, which means that yes, this is going to indeed be a 100% walkthrough. That's gonna be super awesome. So, with that said, let's just go ahead and start the game. Alright, so we're gonna start with the first level, Andy's house. And we're gonna skip all the movie clips in this game, because I don't want the content ID cops to come after me, and that's bad. So yeah, here we go, level 1, Andy's house. So here we are, we're plopped right into the game. There's no, like, fancy introduction cutscene like there was in Story Level 2. There wasn't much story stuff going on in Toy Story 2 either, but at least that game had dialogue and stuff. We don't really have much dialogue in this game, which you'll see later on. So, yeah, so basically, how this game works, you use the left analog stick to move Buzz around, or the directional pad, depending on what you prefer. I prefer the analog sticks, because analog sticks are awesome. The X button makes Buzz jump. If you press the X button again while you're in midair, you do a double jump. You know, fancy smancy platform and stuff like that. If you press the circle button, Buzz will do a spin attack like this, using his little rocket ship wings. I don't know what they're called, they're just wings. Whatever. If you hold, oh dear, the guy's back. Anyway, as I was saying, if you hold down the circle button, as you can see, the spin attack will charge up like that. And when we release it, he'll do a super long spin attack like this. But, as you can see, it does run out after a while, and then when Buzz stops, he will get dizzy. Which, will leave you vulnerable to attacks, which is obviously not good. And the square button will let you fire your laser, which you can use to defeat enemies like that. If you hold, just like the spin attack, if you hold down the square button, it'll charge up your laser, and when you release it, it'll release a stronger version of the laser. It'll release a stronger blast like that, which is really awesome. What else we got? We also have a ground pound attack, which you can do by pressing the circle button while you're in mid-air. And then, that's the wrong button, that's R1, not L1. Press the L1 button, you'll go into a first-person mode like this, which you can use to aim all around, which would be super helpful like that. See if I can find an enemy to test it on. Here we go. You can actually press the R1 button to lock onto enemies when you're in first-person mode, which makes it easier to aim at them and hit them, which is really awesome. So with all that said, let's go ahead and just get started with the game now. We got some coins here that we'll be learning the purpose of later on. And throughout this first level, you'll see these little blocks here. Actually, you'll see them in all levels, but this is the level where they're most frequent. Basically, just give you the tutorial and stuff, but that's my job, so I'm just gonna ignore him. Don't like it, deal with it. Jump. Anyway. So yeah, so that block's just gonna teach us about the jump. You saw there we could push objects and stuff. That's gonna be helpful for certain challenges later on. Buzz can also climb on poles like this, I'm not sure why there's a random pole just in the middle of this thing over here. I'm not sure what that's about. It's kind of weird, but you know what? Whatever. It's a game. Let's roll with it. Alright. We have batteries over here. Battery life is basically Buzz's health, because he's a toy, so that would obviously make sense. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, you want to collect those batteries to refill your health and stuff. You can also jump on zip lines to, well, zip line down. Pretty cool stuff. That green thing, you didn't really get to see it that well. That green thing that I just collected is an extra life, which will obviously give you extra lives. This is where it'll teach you about the lock-on system and things. Can I shoot the thing, please? Thank you. Alright, so, yeah, there's not really much purpose to this room in particular. This is just to give you the tutorial and stuff. So, yeah, let's head out of here now. And let's go ahead and get started with the main game. Alright, so the first challenge we're gonna do is gonna go in here. Destroy these guys over here, just to make sure they're not in our way. And we have RC car over here. What's up, RC? Hi, Buzz. I challenge you to a race. That's probably not what RC sounds like. He doesn't even talk in the movies. we will race 3 laps around the car. If you beat me, I'll give you a piece of planet token. Get ready to race. He turned into engine there. That's a thing. Alright, so yeah, we gotta race. We gotta go around the car in 3 laps, and we gotta go to the end of each lap before RC does. That was some great grammar there, wouldn't you say, guys? Alright, so yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. We just gotta beat RC in the race, and then we'll get a reward. Alright? RC's gonna get stuck in that oil there, which is always a fun time. A strategy that I like to use here, that you don't really have to use that much in this race, but I was gonna say I ran into RC there, which stops him in place temporarily. So you can kind of do that to kind of make winning this race a little bit easier. If you're up for that. Whoa, that was close. Not really, it wasn't that difficult, to be honest. Alright. And got stuck in the oil there. And we did it! And we got this thing! Got it! So RC called that a Pizza Planet token, I believe. These are basically like the power stars and the power cells, and basically the collectathon collectible thingy. It's like the power stars in Super Mario 64 and the power cells in Jak and Daxter. Things like that. You'll be using these to unlock various levels throughout the game. Mostly you'll be doing this to unlock the boss levels. Yeah, you want to keep an eye out for that. I believe we need to collect 3 Pizza Planet tokens to unlock the first boss level. So, we'll be keeping an eye out for that. Like I said, this is going to be a 100% walkthrough. So, we are definitely going to, be collecting as many of these tokens as we can. And by as many of them, I mean we're going to collect all of them. So that's how we roll. Down here, we got some green acid here, which is not healthy at all. I think someone needs to do something about that. That's a safety hazard, yo. We have Mr. Potato Head over here.
You helped me find my missing parts, and we're in business.
Alright, that sounds like you're making a deal with me like the Mafia, man. That's not cool. But he says, you need a cosmic shield across the green sludge. Find my missing ear, and I will let you find the cosmic shield. So, we have Mr. Potato Head in some of these levels, and in each level he's going to have a missing body part that you need to find. When you find his missing body parts, he'll give you a power-up. And when he gives you that power-up, it'll unlock in every single level that this power-up appears. There will be some instances where, you'll have a power-up in one level, but it's not unlocked yet, so you can't do anything with that power-up until later on. So we will be having to do some backtracking in some of these levels. So, yeah, just brace yourself for that. So, we need the cosmic shield to get across that green sludge, like he said. So, let's, I happen to know where his ear is, so let's go ahead and go grab that. Wait! Well, just ground pound that to launch yourself over there. And here's his ear right over here. Got it. That rhymed. Here's his ear right over here. Yo, yo, yo. Anyway, that was my rapping single. Hope you enjoyed. You probably did. That makes me sad. Alright, let's go over here. Let's give the ear back to Mr. Ted. Here you go, bro. Wow, thanks, Buzz. In return for finding my ear, I will let you use the cosmic shield. It will only protect you from harm for a little while, so make sure you use it wisely. Because with great power comes great responsibility. Alright, so now we've unlocked the cosmic shield, and as Mr. Ted had said, if we use it, we'll be able to walk across this green slime without getting hurt by it. It will also protect you from other attacks for a short amount of time. You can't jump very high when you're using this, so in order to get on top of this thing, you have to wait for it to run out. There we go. Got it. Oh dear, that was close. Alright, so what we're doing in the basement right now, I'm going to go after the secret Pizza Planet token. In each level, there will be a secret Pizza Planet token that isn't linked to, like, a main task that you do, like, in all the other levels. Most of these secret Pizza Planet tokens, you'll have to solve a puzzle, or just do, like, a basic challenge to find them. Sometimes they'll just be hidden somewhere and things like that. So, yeah, we're gonna go after that right now. As soon as I get these enemies out of the way. There we go. Got it. Oopsie daisy. Gonna jump on these lights here that are actually more, reasonably placed than that random hole that was in Andy's bedroom. Alright. So we have a bit of a box puzzle here. You can kind of see that there's the token up there on that shelf. For a split second, I believe. So we need to push the boxes and get them into the correct places so we can platform up there. So let's push this one over here. And I'm gonna go around, turn around. Alright, push that box. Now we're gonna push this box. Got it. So now the boxes should be in the correct places now. Let's go ahead and jump on and we can get the secret Pizza Planet token. Oopsie daisy. Alright. That's Pizza Planet token number 2. There are 5 Pizza Planet tokens in total in each level. Alright. You can see that there's a little secret thing. There's another collectible over there. We'll worry about that later on. Find out what those are. Ow. What those are all about later. Alright, I'm gonna tediously climb up these stairs. Alright, I believe the next token I'm gonna go after is the token that's up in the basement. So, in each level, we did the racing token. That's one of the tokens that you have to do in each level. You'll have to do some form of a race to get one. And another main token you need to get in each level... Well, actually, hang on. First of all, we also have Rex here. He's just kind of sitting there. And he has a really creepy voice. I don't know why. But if you talk to him... Yeah. Oh, he's telling us the token I was going after, actually. The Tin Robot Boss is in the attic above us. You can reach the attic by climbing the plant and then the rope. Yeah, so Rex will basically tell you about Pizza Planet tokens that you haven't gotten yet. Which is super helpful if you want to know if you've missed a token before you leave the level and such. So, yeah. So as I was saying, in each level you have to do like some sort of form of a race to get a token. And another main token you have to get is this. In every level there's a mini-boss that you have to fight in order to get a Pizza Planet token. So let's do it! Oh man, he's coming after us, man. He's coming after us, bro. Alright, so what you have to do is you have to wait for the robot to get tired. And then you want to fire your laser at it. I like to charge up my laser to do some extra damage to it. And yeah, you just gotta run around and wait for the robot to get tired. Then you want to shoot. If you try to shoot it before it gets tired, it won't do anything. So you have to wait for it to run out. One more hit should do it, and then the robot should be defeated. Boom! Alright. It's Pizza Planet token number 3. Alright. So a lot of these coins you've been seeing throughout the level. I'll show you what those are about right now. We have to go downstairs again. What's up, bro? Alright, so over here, we have someone on the couch over here. Boom. Grab that. Alright, so we have Ham over here. What's up, Ham? Hi, Buzz. If you can bring me 50 coins, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. And this is another thing that's in every level. Ham will be in every single level, and he wants you to get him some coins. If you give him 50 coins, he'll give you a Pizza Planet token. So in every level, you have to go in and find 50 coins to give him. And we'll be doing that just as we go through the level normally. I'm not going to dedicate time just grabbing coins, because that'd be kind of boring to watch, obviously. So yeah. The last main token that we have to get in each level is Bo Peep's token over here. I mean, Bo Peep is not in every level, but the goal that she has is a goal that we have to do in every level. Please find my 5 missing sheep. When you find them, come back, and there was no comma there, that was great. When you find them, come back and see me for a Pizza Planet token. Alrighty, dude. So yeah, that's the last main token we have to do in each level. And each level there's 5 of an object that you need to look out for. And then when you collect 5 of that object, you have to go and return them to their respective character. And they'll reward you with a Pizza Planet token. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. The reason why I was saving that for last, because I want to lay it out like in my Battle for Bikini Bottom walkthrough, where I show where all the collectibles are in one go, instead of spreading them out, like you probably would in a normal playthrough. Oh gosh darn, get out of my way, you stupid. Anyway, so the first sheep that we need to find is through here. We're almost at our 50 coins, which is pretty cool. Can I shoot you? Thank you. Alright, so we need to push this down, and then we don't need to climb back up to the cabinets. What we need to do is we need to ground pound this, what is this? A scale? It looks like a scale. We need to ground pound the scale to give us some extra height, and that'll get us to sheet number 1. The second sheet, back here in the basement when we got the secret Pizza Planet token, we're gonna jump onto this zip line over here, and that'll take us to the second sheet. Back here in the living room where we got Mr. Potato Head's ear, we ground pound this, and then this time we actually go this way instead of jumping down immediately. Destroy that guy. As you can see, we have sheep number 3 over there. And there's a better look at those extra life tokens that I was talking about before. And we got enough coins to give to Ham for a Pizza Planet token. Awesome. We'll be saving that for last. I did not want to see the tutorial, thank you very much. Alright, so the 4th sheep is going to be in the garage. I'm actually not going to cut ahead this time, because we have a platforming challenge that we haven't seen yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Alright, so we just got a platform across. We gotta avoid those saw blades and these drills. So that we don't, you know, okay. I'm pretty sure one of those should have hit me. I feel like I went through one of those drills. That was weird. But we have another collectible here that you can see. We have a green laser. Unlike the normal laser, you can't charge this up, but that's okay, because this green laser actually does extra damage. It does pretty much the same amount of damage that the charged up laser would do, except now you obviously don't need to charge up your laser anymore. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so now we have another new thing. We can swing across poles like this to get across gaps. Buzz will do all the swinging automatically. It's not like in other games where you have to time your jump just right when you're swinging around on the pole. The game just does all that work for you. Pretty good stuff. Wait, so there's sheep number 4 over there. Let's get this guy out of the way. And boom, that's sheep number 4. We only have one more sheep to go. And the final sheep is up here in the attic where we fought the giant tin robot. What we need to do is we need to push this box over here. Alright, so now we need to climb up here, jump onto this pole, then we'll have a swinging pole that we need to jump onto. There we go. Alright, now we need to be very careful on these, I guess, support beams? I'm not sure what you would call this, but we have to be careful while walking on them, because there's no slow walking and running. Wait, is there? Hang on. Oh, there is! Wow. Okay, they actually programmed analog support into this game. I didn't know that. Okay, well, cool. I mean, I know pretty much every PS1 game can be played in the analog stick in some sort of way, but I didn't know they actually programmed sensitivity into it. That's kind of cool. But we got all the sheep now, so let's go ahead and return them to Bo Peep, and then we'll go back to Ham, and we'll get his pizza plant token to finish things off. Alright. Gonna go into the kitchen, make myself a sandwich, anyway.
Thanks, Buzz.
No problem, dude. Do that. Yeah, do that. Alright, got her, can we grab, there we go. We got her pizza plant token. Buzz didn't want to get the token there for a second, that was weird. Alright, so now we have one more token left to go, and we got all the coins we need to do it, so let's grab Ham's token. Well done, Buzz, here's your pizza plant token. Thank you very much. And with that, we are done with the first level of the game. So let's exit the level. And Buzz will fly away, even though he's a toy and can't actually fly. I don't... Alright, so here's our status screen. You'll get to see this at the end of every level. So we can see our progress. And as you can see, we got all the pizza plant tokens that there are to collect in the first level. Which is awesome. Alright, so there we go. That is the first level completed. We're gonna save our game while Rex awkwardly holds that memory card. Alright, I'm just gonna save over this save file because I mean, I'm gonna get all the tokens back anyway, so it's not like it matters. We're gonna go into the second level. We're gonna do, well, the exact same thing. We're gonna get more pizza plant tokens so we can move forward and stuff. We're gonna skip the movie clip because copyright, nah. And we're gonna start with the second level, which is called Andy's House. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alright. Oh, my controller is turned off. Oops. There we go. Okay. So, the 5 things we need to collect in this level are these, green men. The little green soldiers. Oh, sorry, troops. We need to find troops. Gotta do that. We'll be doing that towards the end of this level, so we're not gonna worry about that. Ow. We're not gonna worry about that right now. The first thing we're gonna worry about is the race, which is kind of what we focused on in the previous video. That was the first thing we started with. Now, the thing about this one, as you can see, we have a power-up here that we haven't unlocked yet. We need the, rocket boots in order to complete this challenge. So over here, hi Buzz, I challenge you to race. We will race 3 laps around the garden. If you beat me, I will give you a pizza plant token. Get ready to race. Alright, so, the thing with this race, that RC is going to be, moving a lot faster in this level. So, in order to complete this race successfully, you will need the rocket boots in order to complete it. Or you can cheat, and you can just stop RC car before it gets too far ahead of you by just bumping into him over and over and over again. Which is what I'm gonna do, to make this a little more fluid and stuff, so we don't have to backtrack as many times as we need to. So, yeah, I'm just gonna cheat, and I'm just gonna bump into RC several times to stop him. It might take me a few tries, sometimes it takes me a few tries to do this successfully. But it is possible. You can actually complete this race without needing the rocket boots. Which is kind of cool when you think about it. Gotta use skill. Gotta use raw skill to complete this, man. Alright, I usually stay off to the right side of the road, so that's where RC usually starts popping up. So there we go. At least when it comes to that little circle right there that we went through. Oh, darn it. Yeah, so when he goes on ahead, you might as well just stop right there, because you're done for after that. So I'll just go over here to stop the race. And then I try again, and then, yeah. It might not be the most ideal way of winning this race, obviously. You might actually want to get the rocket boots and then complete it. But I don't wanna get the rocket boots right now. Because we can't right now. So, yeah, we're just gonna do, we're gonna not worry about it right now. We're gonna try this again. Alright, I think I'm back. Let's try to not let RC pass us this time. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the cement will slow you down, obviously. So you want to jump over it to prevent yourself from slowing down. Because obviously, without the rocket boots, you'll need as much speed as you can possibly get right now. So, yeah, just jump over the cement and you should be fine. And if RC car starts coming up, just do like a single jump and just kind of take the cement, like right here. Darn it! Really? Come on, dude. I totally touched him. Come on. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Alright, I think I'm back now. Again. Oh my gosh, I touched you. I touched you. And you didn't stop. You just phased right through me. I don't know why you did that. Oh my gosh. So assuming RC doesn't be a butt this time, there we go. Okay, now we just gotta get over this last cement thing, there we go. Alright, we did it guys, we won the race for real that time. Yay, we did it. So there you go, it is possible to beat this race without needing the rocket boots. And when we do get the rocket boots, I'll show you how you can win that race legitimately. Because, obviously, like I said, it's not the most ideal way of doing it. So yeah, I don't think we need anything here yet. Oh, we need the green laser, because that's always a fun time. We also have some new enemies here, as you can probably guess. I have no idea what these things are. I'm guessing they're like, I don't know, space shuttle things? I have no idea what they're supposed to be. Leave it up to your imagination, I guess. Alright, so we can just defeat them in one hit with the green laser, which is always a fun time. We're gonna go after the secret pizza plant token next. We're gonna go over here. Alright, so we have this inflatable duck here, and the pizza plant token is over there in the middle of the pool. Now, Buzz can't swim. If you just jump into the water, he's just gonna sink to the bottom like a rock. And for some reason, jumping into the water does not kill him, despite the fact that he's a battery-powered toy. So I don't know why he doesn't short-circuit or whatever. But we need to inflate this duck, but as you can see, just jumping on it... Oh, jumping on it kinda does it. Oh, wow, you can actually just do that, that's interesting. But no, what you want to do is you want to keep ground-pounding the duck, the inflatable duck, until it fully inflates, and then it'll just go right into the water like that. And then once you do that, you want to jump onto the duck, you want to ground pound it, and as you can see, it gives you some height when you do that. So we can do that again, but this time we're going to jump as it hits the top there, and we got the Pizza Planet token. Awesome. Alright, next we're going to go and defeat the mini-boss of this area. And I think I might have to accidentally grab a soldier here, because he's kind of in the way of where we need to be. I'll try to avoid him. Oh, hey, I did it. Cool. Alright, Ham's also up here when we get the 50 coins that we need, so that'll be awesome. So in order to reach this boss, we need to do a gigantic platforming challenge to get to the top of this tree here. Alright? Now, it can be kind of annoying, because if you fall off, you're pretty much going to be falling all the way down to the bottom, and you'll have to start all over again. Which is kind of annoying. In fact, it's really annoying, and I don't like that. But we're going to try to not fall off the tree when we do this. Let's swing across this. There we go. Alright. You'll sometimes come across little planks like this. You want to wait for it to tilt all the way to the side. So that way you'll have some extra height to jump off of. And there we go. Oh, hey, I actually didn't fall off all the way to the bottom. Cool. Alright, let's get another shot at this then. That's never... Okay. I was gonna say that's never happened to me before. And that was cool for a second, and then that happened. Yeah. Right, cool. Alright, so we made it to the top here, and here's the mini-boss. We have a Zurg Kite. Alright, now if you have the green laser, or you can also just use the charged up laser for this, because it's a pretty simple mini-boss. Alright, what you want to do is you want to lock onto the Zurg Kite using your first-person mode. Shoot him with the laser, and then when you do that, he's going to do a spin attack and come after you. So just run around and avoid him. And he's going to go back up into the sky, just do that again. And just keep doing that until the Zurg Kite is defeated. Here we go. Boom. We did it. And we've got the token. Alright, so there we go. That's the three main ones there. And now we're going to find all the hidden collectible stuff. And then by the end of it, we should be done with this level. Well, not, actually, I was going to say, by the time we get all 5 of the guys, we should have enough coins to give to Ham. So the first soldier is right here. I conveniently fell right next to him. So, I guess we'll just grab him while we're there. Over here, where we went and inflated the inflatable duck to get the secret pizza plant token, we gotta do a platforming challenge to get to the second one. So let's go ahead and do that. Gonna climb on up. Do 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 do. Oh dear. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, so I wanna get this coin, please. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna have to jump onto these potted plants to get to where we need to be. Alright, so we're gonna push this plank to give us a bit of a shortcut. Pretty awesome. Now we got enough coins to give to Ham. Sweet. Alright, let's climb on up. And then we just gotta do some swinging to get over to the second soldier. Here we go. Wait. Alright, and boom. Soldier number 2. So over here, the third one, near where we raced our sea car, there's a new area that we haven't been into yet. Actually, we did. This is where we got the green laser. Alright, so, as you can see, the third soldier's over there. Oh dear, no. I wanted to prevent that exact thing from happening, but I didn't. Alright, so we need to jump onto the car, but as you can see, it's kinda in the air, and we can't really get up to it. So what we need to do is we need to press these buttons to lower the little, I don't know what you call it, but the little thing that holds the car up. We're gonna press both of those buttons, and that'll lower the car down so that we can jump onto it. Alright. Let's jump onto this. I don't know why I'm still grabbing coins, because we don't need more coins anymore. Alright, so let's ground pound this, so we can launch ourselves over here.
No time to lose.
No time to lose. Push this, give us a bit of a shortcut, and now we have a zip-lining challenge. We're going to jump from one rope to the other in order to get to the soldier. There we go. Got it. Awesome. Over here, we're at the start of the challenge where we have to climb up the tree to get to the Zurg Kite. There's a soldier here on the swing. And the final soldier is back at the beginning of the level. Right through here. We have a bit of an extra challenge that we need to do in order to get to this soldier. As you can see, if I can find him. There he is. As you can see, he's in these mole holes, but when we get close, he's going to retreat into them. And you have a few seconds to ground pound it. You need to ground pound all of the mole holes in order to lure the soldier out. So what we're going to do, we're going to get close, and I'm going to ground pound that. Alright, going to do this one here. He was over there. Oh dear. Don't hit the lawnmower, because the lawnmower is bad. And there doesn't seem to be anyone driving the lawnmower, which is interesting. Alright. Where's the next guy? Or the next mole hole that he's hiding in? It's probably way back here, right? No? Where could you be? Oh, there you are. There you are, Mike. And alright, I think those are all the mole holes in this side. So that means we should have about one more to go. Excuse me? Is that not the last one that's on that side? Okay, I thought I just ground pounded that 5 seconds ago, but whatever you say, game. Alright. So here we go. That should be the last hole. And you should pop out of this one over here. And got him. Alright, those are all the soldiers. Let's go ahead and give them back to the green guy. Got our Pizza Planet token. Boom. Now we just gotta give our 50 coins to Ham, and we should be done with this level. Alright, so here we are. And Ham is right over here. Thanks, Ham. Alright, we did it. We got all the Pizza Planet tokens in level 2. So with that, let's get on out of here. Alright, let's see that fabulous results screen, see our accomplishments. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. And we got all those coins. Sweetness. Alright, so there we go. That's 10 coins down, 40 to go. Alright, we might as well save our game. Alrighty. So with that, after we do all of that, we unlock this level. Bombs Away. You need about, I think, 3 Pizza Planet tokens in order to unlock this level. This is going to be our first boss level for this game. We're going to be fighting this airplane thing, which is, it was totally in the movie, totally. Alright, so we're just going to head on forward. Oh, snap. See, every, like, 3 levels you'll have a boss that you need to fight in order to advance. And, this is our first boss, the airplane. He's gonna fly down and, I guess, shoot things at you. So it's gonna fire, like, water bombs down, but I, like, never get hit by those, so they're kinda out of the way. What you wanna do is you wanna shoot your laser at the airplane when he flies down, like that. Obviously, if you charge up your laser, you'll do much more damage to the plane. Let's see if we can do that. Boom! Alright, so I believe in about 3 hits you'll be able to take this airplane down with the charged up laser. Like so. Oh, I got hit there. Man. Alright, no problem. 1 more hit should do it, assuming that this charged up laser hits. Yeah, really quick and easy fight, guys. And beyond! And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much like all you do in those boss levels. You fight the boss and then you're done, basically. Pretty simple stuff. Obviously, that was the first boss, so it's obviously going to start off really easily. And all that stuff. We just defeated the first boss of the game, which was this airplane thing that was totally in the movie. Totally was. Totally was in the movie. They also totally went to a construction yard. For real. Really. Wait, speaking of that, that's the next level we're going to go into. We're going to go into the level of the construction yard and get our next batch of Pizza Planet tokens. So, let's do that. Let's do that, bro. Alright, so the first Pizza Planet token we're going to get is the secret Pizza Planet token, which is in this building over here. Gonna go into this thing. The door's just gonna open up for us, because that's how physics work. Here we go. Gonna grab some of these coins along the way. I landed into the green acid. Someone needs to do something about all this green acid that's everywhere. It's not a fun time, man. Like, come on. Gotta clean up your stuff, man. Alright, so we gotta do a bit of platforming on these drawers that have, like, really weird timing to them. There's one of the things that we need to collect 5 of for this level. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So, here we have a puzzle that we need to do. As you can see, we have these pictures of paint cans here. We need to fill up this can over here with the colors that are on the wall. But as you can see, we have none of the colors that are displayed over here on this picture here. So we need to create our own by mixing the paint together. So, what we gotta do is, well, we gotta do just that. We gotta mix paint together in order to make the colors that we need. I think first we're gonna make the color green. So we're gonna start by filling this up with yellow. I'm gonna move this up to the blue. And there we go. That makes green. Really simple puzzle. pretty sure anyone under the age of, like, I don't know, over the age of, like, 8 can figure this out, so it's pretty simple stuff. Alright, next we're gonna make the color orange. Oh, oopsie. Okay, thank goodness it empties. Alright, I accidentally pressed that button twice. Alright, so first gotta fill it up with red paint. Then we gotta fill it up with yellow paint. There we go. Now let's just move it underneath the orange picture. There we go. So last we need to make the color purple. So let's do that. Go over here. Boom. I made orange again. Oops, I pushed it way too far. Oopsie daisy. Can I... Uh-oh. Can I... Okay, I just made orange again. Okay. Oops, I'm gonna cut that out, because that was an oopsie on my part. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's try that again. Red. Blue. There we go. Okay, that was a derp on my part, guys. Alright, there we go. We made the colors again. Alright, so now all 3 colors are mixed together. We've got our first Pizza Planet token. Awesome. Alright. Next we're gonna do the racing challenge of this level. We're gonna go over here, in the middle of nowhere. Gonna destroy this random, wherever the heck it is, thing again. We also have new enemies here in this level, as you'll see. We have these spaceship laser shooting guys. When they get close to you, they're gonna shoot a long string of a laser, and gonna slowly move towards you to try to hit you with it. And I don't know if they... No, they don't really stop. Oh, they stop after a while, okay. So, yeah, just gotta avoid those guys, and, just keep shooting them a few times with your laser, and you'll be good. Alright, so here we got Slinky here. He's got a challenge for us. If you can find 5 missing wrenches and bring them to me in time, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. So, we have a time limit. Oh, I didn't want to talk to you again. We have a time limit to get all these wrenches here, so we need to move around in the cement here. I just double jumped to move through it faster. Alright, we gotta collect 5 wrenches before time runs out. We got 3 of them. 4. Alright. Now we need the 5th one. Oh dear, no. Get away from me. I don't want your money. I don't know. Alright, we got 5 of the wrenches. Let's go ahead and give them the slink. Thanks, dude. You found all the wrenches. Here's your Pizza Planet token. Thanks, dude. Got it. Alright. So next we're gonna get the mini-boss of this level. But, we're kind of in a bit of a predicament because we can't really get to the... We can't really fight the boss entirely yet because we need a power-up that we need to get. And the power-up we need is over here. Alright, we need to get this thing, which is the disc launcher. Yeah, man. Alright, so we need, in order to defeat the Jackhammer boss, we need this power-up. The laser is not going to affect the Jackhammer boss. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get the, I believe it was his eye that we need to get. I believe that's what he said. Alright, so we're gonna have to make 2 trips during this challenge. The boss is at the top of this giant construction site thing. Yes, it's another one of those challenges where if you fall down, you're finished falling all the way down. You have to do the climb over again. Well, thankfully there is an elevator that you can activate, so you don't have to do all of the challenge again. So, that's good, I suppose. Still kind of annoying, though. Alright, so, we're gonna run through here. Alright, just a basic platforming challenge we need to do. Nothing too crazy and wild. But we do have these things. These red-hot screws that are just falling out of nowhere. Gotta avoid those, because they will hurt you. Alright, if we slam down on these switches here, it'll activate an elevator so that if we fall down, we can just ride it back up to where we were last time. So that'll be super helpful. Gotta go onto those platforms thing and slant them to the side so that we can get up to where we need to be. That was a nice little ballerina twirl that guy was doing there. Alrighty. Grabbing tokens, oh yeah. Okay, avoid that thing. Here's switch number 2. Alright. So I get hit by the red hot screw. Over here. I believe the Mr. Toadhead's eyes on the 3rd floor. I almost fell down. That would have been bad.
No time to lose.
No time to lose. Alright, can you like move? Can you like go? Can you like there we go. Right. We should be getting close to Mr. Potato Head's eye at this point. Shouldn't be too much farther. Alright. Got the challenge, we need to jump onto one pole from the other. Yeah, watch out for those screws, because they're bad. Alright, we got it. So before we jump down, let's go ahead and hit this last switch so we can activate the elevator and we can ride it to the top. Alright, so now we just gotta jump down, because we can't do anything more past that point. I mean, you could, but when you get to the boss, you'll just be wasting your time, basically. Because you don't have the thing that you need in order to progress. Get this guy out of the way so we can get its coin. It should be noted, I don't think I mentioned it yet, but if you kill an enemy for the first time in a level, they'll give you a coin. But then when they respawn and you kill them again, it won't give you another coin. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. That might help you a little bit when you're trying to get all 50 coins for Ham's Pizza Plant token. And now we have the disc launcher. Whenever you collect those, instead of firing lasers, you'll fire disc launchers. It's pretty awesome. They'll kind of hone in on any enemy that's nearby, which is pretty cool. So now that we got that, let's go back to the construction area. I guess we're still in the construction area, but you know what I mean. Let's go back to where we were before we fell off. Alright, there's our elevator. Let's jump on it. Just gotta ride it all the way to the top.
No time to lose.
No time to lose. Alright, so here we are. This is exactly where we left off last time. Sweetness. Alright, just gonna not worry about those. I'm gonna kind of conserve my disc launchers for this mini-boss. We have plenty spare, but, you know, might as well hold on to them. Alright, so here's our another disc launcher over here. Alright, so the mini-boss that we need to fight is right over here. Alright, defeat the Jackhammer boss to get a Pizza Planet token. I hope you have the disc launcher. Alright, they're really hammering in the fact that you need the disc launcher. So, yeah, he's just gonna kind of chase after you and throw those red-hot screws at you some more. So, careful of that. Alright, I'm gonna go and grab another disc launcher, and then I can show you how to beat this boss. It's really complex, guys. Alright, I guess I went the wrong direction when trying to get the disc launcher. This should be over here. Alright, so here we go. So we have 30 disc launchers, guys. So here we go. This is super intense. All you have to do in order to beat this boss, alright? So first you need to stand in place, and then spam your disc launchers until the boss dies. That was a complex strategy, right, guys? Alright, so here we go. That's Pizza Planet token number 3. Alright, so next I think we're gonna go ahead and get 5 of a thing. We need to get those, I'm not really sure what they're called. I think those are the egg things. Or at least a form of those egg things. I don't know. It's whatever these things are. These are little miniature construction workers. They're toys that work at the construction site, I guess. You can collect 5 of them. The first one is right over here at the very top of the construction site. Can I save it? Oh, snap! I saved it, bro. That was awesome. That was cool. That was cool. Gotta give me some props, man. See that again in slow motion. Oh, snap! I saved it, Bro. Anyway, the second one is over here, right at the first floor of the construction site climbing challenge. Alright, the third one is inside this forklift, I believe is what it's called. There it is right here. In this building where we have the paint bucket puzzle. As soon as we kill this guy. Right, there should be a guy hopping around at the top of that thing there, so let's just jump over here. There we go. And the final little construction worker is actually right along the path where Ham is. So we're gonna, kill two birds with one stone, basically. Right, as you can see, it's right across from, where the building is, where we have that paint bucket challenge. Got this cinder block over here that we need to push. And we also have the last token that we need. Not token, coin that we need. Right over there, there we go. And here's the last construction worker. Got it! Alright, so let's go ahead and get the, pizza plant token from Ham. And then we'll, send in those, construction worker guys. Get the last pizza plant token. Alright, the construction worker they need to give these guys to is right over here. And there's the green laser if you want it. We're not gonna get it, though, because, like I said, we're done with this level, basically. And there we go. Thanks for finding my little types, Buzz. Here is a Pizza Planet token. Alright, so there we go. We are done with this level. But we're not quite done with this video yet, though. We're actually going to be doing another level in this video, but not for very long. As I'll explain briefly in a little bit. But there we go. There's all the tokens that we got. I'm just going to press X to skip through the rest of that, because you can kind of get the point at this point. Alright. So here we are. We're on the second level. Not the second level. The 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth level. Fifth level of the game. Alleys and Goalies. Alright, so the thing about this level is we're not going to be able to get every single Pizza Planet token in this level quite yet. There's 2 that we're unable to get to right now. We could also get Hams, because that would make 3 tokens that we could get in this level, but I'm only going to get 2 tokens in this level right now, because I kind of don't want to get 50 coins at the moment. So yeah, we're only going to be getting 2 Pizza Planet tokens in this level right now, and then we're going to have to come back later and get the rest afterwards. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get 2 here. We're going to get the race token, and then we're going to get the secret Pizza Planet token. Also, the thing about Rex, listen over here. Hey Rex, what's up? Call my name. What is up with the guy's voice actor in this game? I am almost certain that's not the same voice actor who voiced Rex in the movie. I have no idea why they made him sound so psychotic in this, but it bothers me, and it kind of creeps me out, and I would prefer it if that guy never voiced this green dinosaur ever again. That would be great. Alright, so we gotta do some platforming to get over here. Slinky Dog has another challenge for us. We gotta get 5 of another thing for him. This time we need to get bones, which I guess makes sense, because he is a dog after all. I believe this is another one of those challenges where they intended you to use the rocket boots for it. But we're not going to do that, because there's another strategy you can use with this. You can just jump towards the bones, and then just double jump your way back onto the platform safely. And then you should be able to beat this with no problem. There we go. As you can see, we did that with plenty of time to spare. That was super easy. Alright, there's the first Pizza Plant token for this level. Grab that. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. There's some other stuff you can do in this level later. But we're going to have to come back here later to do that, like I said. Alright, so we're out of here. For now, let's go ahead and get the secret Pizza Planet token, and then we'll be done with this video. Let's just run through here. As you can see, we have a couple new enemies here. We have these airplane things, and this thing will infinitely spawn airplanes. What you want to do is you just want to keep attacking the box until it explodes. Because otherwise it's just going to keep spawning airplanes over and over. So yeah, just keep doing that, and then it'll stop shooting out airplanes. And then we have this thing. I don't know what it is. It looks like some sort of bobsled thing. But I don't know. I don't know what the heck that thing's supposed to be. But I guess it doesn't matter, because it only appears in this one level. So, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It just looks really weird. I'm just gonna call it a bobsled, because it kind of looks like a bobsled. So, whatever. Alright, we have a little challenge here where there's gonna be electricity running through the zip line. So you have to make sure you time your jump onto the zip line correctly. Alright, so the secret pizza plant token is in this area. Gonna climb on top of these watermelons. And here we have another new enemy. You can see him off in the distance. Unlike most enemies, you actually can't kill him with your laser. As you can see, it just reflects it back at you. So what you need to do is you need to defeat these enemies using your spin attack. Or the ground pound, apparently. That works too. As you can see, there's a little yellow spark that came off of him when we hit him there. That means that you laid a hit on him with your spin attack. But I fell off there when I did that, so we're gonna try that again. The thing is, like, as you can see, he's on a really tiny platform, and he can easily knock you off. Which is not a fun time, obviously. Right, so what we need to do... The pizza plant token is over there on that trash can in the distance over there. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, because it's, yeah, you can't. See if I can get a good look at it from here. Yeah, there you go. You can see it sparkling off in the distance. There's no way to jump onto there, as you can see. So what you need to do is you need to hitch a ride on these balloons. Well, they're kind of just staying in place, so they can't really get anywhere. So we're going to turn on the fan. And then now blow the balloons forward so that we can get the pizza plant token. We're going to destroy these enemies here to make our ride over there a little bit easier. Jump onto the balloon. And grabbed it. And fell off the trash can as a result. But that's okay, because we got the token. And that's what matters. Alright, so that's all we can do in this level. Like I said, you can also get the 50 coins for ham if you want to. But I don't really want to right now, so we're going to worry about that later. And we are going to have to backtrack to this level later on. Which, we'll cross that road when we get there. As a result, we have unlocked the level Slime Time, which is the next boss level of the game. In this video, we're going to be fighting a giant slime monster. Again, totally something that was in the movie. Totally was. Alright, so this boss fight is, it's kind of like a lot of the bosses in this game, they're kind of just, Alright, so what you want to do is you want to keep, shooting the slime monster thing. If you, spend a long time not shooting it, as you can see, it's just going to grow back. You have to keep shooting it, get it to shrink back down into its trash can. And every single time you, shoot it back down to the trash can, it's going to come back and grow a little bit bigger. Our goal is to get it to grow so big that it can't even fit into its trash can anymore, and it's just going to randomly explode and perish. Alright, so what you want to do, as you can see, it keeps throwing those green star things at you. I'm going to try to keep your distance so that it doesn't do that. When it jumps towards you, you want to run backwards a little bit so that it doesn't shoot at you. And you're going to keep doing that until you eventually shoot it down into the trash can. So there we go. Should be almost done. There's 2 more rounds to this. So there's this round and then there's the final round. There we go. So on the final round, as you can see, it's growing really, really big now. It can't really keep up with its size anymore. But luckily, after this round, you'll get the green laser. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and just fire at it. So since you know the green laser does extra damage, so let's just use this to finish it off. And there we go. That is how to defeat the evil slime monster in the back alley. Alright, so there we go. Boss defeated. Alright, pretty good stuff. Like I said, boss is kind of, all you're really doing is just shooting at it, and that's it. But, yeah, so we're going to continue with the next level, Al's Toy Barn. And of course, we're going to skip the movie clip because I don't want the YouTube copyright Nazis to kill me. that was bad. That was, cut it from the story. Okay, so anyway, So, just like with the alleys and goalies level, we're not going to be able to do everything in this level quite yet, because we could do the majority of them, but there's one pizza plant token we can't get in this level yet, because, yeah, we need a certain power-up that we can't get until later. So, rather than trying, I'm going to wait until we can get all of them in a row, but we do have to get at least one pizza plant token here before we can progress to the next level. Before we do that, though, I want to get one of the power-ups here, because there's a power-up we can get in this level. It's the rocket boots from earlier. Let's shoot this guy, like so. Wait, how much health do I have? Okay, I thought I was like at one hit away there. Anyway, so, we need to get the rocket boots, but first we need to get Mr. Potato Head's arm in order to do that. I'm gonna swing onto this thing. And, don't know, yeah, there it is. You can see the arm right over there. So we're gonna jump on the zip one, and then just jump right down. And we got the arm. So let's go ahead and get Mr. Potato Head. Let's go bring it to Mr. Potato Head, I should say. And upsy-doodle. Upsy-doodle. What's up? Wow, thanks, Buzz, for finding my arm. Now you can use the rocket boots. They give you great speed for a amount of time. They're great for racing around with. You know, in the one level you need them in. Nah, I guess technically too, but they're more used for shortcut purposes. But yeah, that's a thing that we got, and we don't really need it, as I established in an earlier video. We can just cheat the one challenge you need the rocket boots with. So that's fun. All right, so now that we got that, that's how the rocket boots work, as you saw. They just make you go fast. It's pretty self-explanatory. So now, let's go in here and get the hidden Pizza Planet token, so that we can progress forward. First, we go over here, get the launch disc things, and we have to shoot these things to get these drawers to open. Like so. And then we just need to do some platforming across in order to get to the Pizza Planet token. Alright? It's a little bit tricky because these drawers don't really move in sync. They just kind of do what they want. Oh dear, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make Oh, I made it! Pro skills! Oh yeah, let's get out of here. Alright, so that's all we're gonna do there for now. We'll go back there at a later time. But, yeah, that's all we're gonna be doing for now. Yay! So, before we move on with the next level, I'll save at the end of this video. Before we move on to the next level, I guess I'll show you what the level back here in Andy's neighborhood. The race we did with RC Car, I said that I'd show you how that race is supposed to go. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, just to show you how you're supposed to beat that challenge. Let's go over here. Oh dear. What's up, bro? Hi, Buzz. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what you need to do, you just need to get the rocket boots, and it makes you go faster. Yeah. Ow. But hitting things makes the rocket boots go away, so don't do that. Alright. Looks like I have to still stop RC there briefly. We have a better chance this time around. Yeah, as you can see, it's a lot easier with the rocket boots. It's probably recommended that you beat them that way, instead of doing the method that I showed you, where you just try to cheat it. But, yeah, this is how you're supposed to do it. Pretty simple stuff, not too difficult. And that's that. Alright, so that's how you're supposed to beat RC. Is he not? Okay, there he is. He took a while to get back here. Alright, so yeah, that's how you're supposed to beat that challenge. Now let's go ahead and get back to what we're supposed to do. Alright, so let's go with the next level, Owl's Spaceland. And again, let's just skip the cutscene. And let's not make any offensive remarks this time. Alright, so here we go. Owl's Spaceland. Alright, so got a couple of things we can do first. I'm not sure which one to do first. You know what, let's do the hidden Pizza Plant token first, because it's simpler. Actually, they're both the ones we can get right away are pretty simple, but you know what, I'm doing this first, because I don't know. The plot demands it. No, I don't want... I'm not anywhere close to that enemy. Why are you walking onto him? This guy. Shoot him in the butt a few times. There we go. Alright. So we have this thing. We have the claw machine. The claw. And as you can see, the Pizza Planet token is in there. Now, I've played this level many times when doing practice runs of this. And it would seem that the Pizza Planet token changes locations in this claw machine every single time you play. So it's never in the same position twice. So... gotta time the claw right. You press the button once to get it to move left and right. And then when you press it a second time, it's going to move up and down. And when you press it a third time, that's when it will lower down. You just need to get the claw in the right position so that it grabs the Pizza Planet token, which we have successfully done first try. Alright, let's grab the Pizza Planet token so we can stop listening to Rex scream bloody murder. Let's... No, get it... Stop, I don't... Rex, calm down. Alright, you're fine. Chill. Chill, bro. Alright? Chill, fam. That's the hot new thing the kids are saying, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it just because I'm old? Is it because I'm old, is it? I'm not that old. I'm not, I don't know. So next we're gonna go and fight the Mini-Boss. Now, if you've seen the movie, you might know what this Mini-Boss is, depending on... Wow, you respawned fast. Yeah, in the movie, you know, we had a second Buzz Lightyear that... how did that... I went... What? Okay, so as I was saying, if you remember from the movie, we had a second Buzz Lightyear, and then, Buzz was, like, kind of trapped in the Buzz Lightyear aisle, while the second Buzz, oh, I almost collected that LGM before I was ready to, and was posing as him and all that stuff. Well, that's what we're gonna fight. We're gonna be fighting the second Buzz Lightyear from the movie. Oh man, hey Space Ranger, return to your ship immediately. You can't tell me what to do. Alright, so as you can see, we got a pretty complex boss fight here. What you need to do is you need to stand in one location and just keep shooting him in the face until he dies. Alright, just, yeah, that was really hard, wasn't it, guys? Alright, so, there we go. That's that, Pizza Planet token collected. There's the battery I wanted. Yeah. So, as you can, obviously, when you have the green laser, it makes that challenge really, really easy. So, yeah. There's that. Next we're gonna do the race. Obviously, if you, did that, if you lasted in that fight longer, that fight, obviously, he'll have, like, actual different attacks. Like, he'll shoot the laser at you like what you can do. And he'll also have, like, these cannonball things that he shoots out of his, moon buggy. So, those are some attacks that you can, avoid. It is a little bit trickier when you're just fighting him normally and not with the green laser. Because the laser attack is really, really quick, and... it's almost, it's kind of difficult to avoid, unless you're, like, jumping like crazy. So, yeah, those are the attacks you can do. Now we're gonna do the race. As you can see, we're over here with this guy. Hi, Buzz. If you can beat me to the end of the zipline course, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. Alright, is it gonna show us? Alright. Before we start here... Oh, okay, it's not gonna show us, but... You see those red lines that's on the zipline? This is kind of a tricky challenge. What you need to do is you need to jump right as you get on top of the red lines on the zipline, and then you'll be able to jump onto the next zip line. The red ones kind of show you where you need to jump off. If you miss the red line, well, you're gonna miss the next zip line, and then you'll have to start again. If you fall to the floor, it's basically you instantly lose the race. So, yeah, don't do that. Oh, man. That was actually a pretty close race there. Alright, so there we go. That's that Pizza Planet token collected. That's number 3. So next we're going to go after all of the LGMs. Let's see. Actually, the first LGM is right over here. I'm going to collect that guy. This is the 5 of a thing that we need to collect. We need to collect it for this guy. Hi, Buzz. If you find my 5 missing aliens and come back and find me, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. Alright, so that's what we need to find. We need to find 5 of the LGMs, the little green men, and then we need to give it back to that guy. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright? Gonna wait for him to get close. Yeah, because that guy's a bit of a pain in the butt when you're trying to climb onto these... Darn it. When you're trying to climb onto these poles, he can, like, shoot you off, and that's obviously not a fun time. So, let's climb onto these poles and not phase through them this time. Because that's kind of terrible. Alright, so the second LGM is over here. There we go. The third LGM is here next to the claw machine, but instead of jumping down there, what you want to do is you want to jump onto that top of that ball pit over there from this arcade machine. So let's jump over here. And then you just want to slide down this pole. There we go. And the third LGM is right over here. And to get out, you just climb up the pole again. Pretty simple stuff. And the final 2 LGMs are in an area that we haven't been to yet. So we're just gonna run through here to find the other 2. Basically, I have a big platforming challenge we need to do. And all of a sudden, these guys are throwing tennis balls at us. I don't know what they are. I mean, I don't know what's throwing the tennis balls at us. I mean, we shoot that guy. Can we see it? I don't know. I'll get another look before we leave the level. Assuming I remember, of course. Alright, so down here, and we got enough coins to give the ham. Awesome. So, as you can see, we have the Zurgs and the Buzz Lightyears shooting at each other, having an intense laser battle. And if you go in there, they're basically going to be, like, nailing you with the lasers, and that's not a fun time. So what you need to do, you need to have the force field unlocked for this level, which I don't see why you wouldn't, because you unlock it in literally the first level of the game. You get the force field, and then you just want to run through here, and then as you can see, when they try to shoot you, the lasers just sort of reflect off of the force field, so that you can't get hit. Alright? It's gonna have to take a hit, I think, here, to get over here. Okay, never mind, we didn't. It's cool. Alright, so you need to wait for the force field to wear off there, because you can't double jump when the force field's on. Oh, no! Oh, no, Buzz, why did you do that? Why did you do that, Buzz? That's bad. It's bad. You need to go in the corner. You need a timeout. Can you... There you go. Alright. I always think I can jump, like, right on top of that zip line, but I can't. Alright, so there's that LGM, and we're just gonna run through here. Because, as you can see, they're really at it. Alright, and here's the final LGM. And stop pushing the box. There you go. Alright, so those are all of the LGMs. Now, I don't... Oh yeah, I did explain this villain before. You just kill him with the spin attack, basically. Yeah. I forgot that we saw this enemy before in the, Alleys and Goalies level. It's been a while since I recorded. So, yeah. Just saying. Alright, so let's give the LGMs to this guy. Thanks for finding my aliens, Buzz. Here's a Pizza Planet token. Alright, let's grab that. And let's keep on playing, because we still need to get the coins to ham. And we did, I don't think you saw him, we kind of passed him. He's in this room over here. Let's go over here. Upsy doodle, upsy doodle. What? Dude, what's up, Ham? Here's your coins. Thanks, dude. Alright, so those are all the Pizza Planet tokens in the Owl's Spaceland. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's see them tally up. I want to see them all tally up, bro. Doodle-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That was great singing. Alright, so there we go. We're done with that level. In doing so, we've unlocked Toy Barn Encounter, the next boss level of the game. And keeping with the theme of the Toy Story 2 video game tradition, it's a boss that's not from the movie whatsoever. It's just, it's literally a It's a scaled up version of one of the enemies we fought previously. Whoa, dude, that's pretty crazy. I don't think I've mentioned this enemy before, actually, in the previous video. I think, the Toy Barn level was the first appearance of the enemy. This guy basically just shoots lasers at you when you get close, much like the smaller variation of it. And you just gotta keep shooting it a bunch of times until it dies. But this version of it, when you shoot it, as you can see, it has a bunch of capsules on him, and when you shoot it, one of the capsules opens up. And every time that one of those capsules opens, Buzz will say that. Agent of Zurg, ever someone. For all, like, how many are there? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 capsules. He'll say that, like, almost every time. Let's see if he says it again. Okay. Agent of Zurg, ever someone. Yeah, so this is the smaller variation of Sunlight. As you can see, when you get close, it just shoots a long laser stream at you. Oh wait, no, we have seen this enemy before. It was in the construction yard level. I forgot about that. There we go. So yeah, we just shot him a bunch of times. Like I said, it's been a while since I recorded more footage for this game. Alright. So as you can see, it's basically, this boss fight's basically an enemy gauntlet that we need to go through. That's nice, Buzz. I understand. Alright. So we have that guy. We also have this guy who, for some reason, in just this one boss fight, he takes more hits. Whereas in every other level, he just takes 1 hit to kill. That's interesting. Alright, gonna say it again. Agent of Zurg there for Solomon. That's good. Good on you, Buzz. Good on you. No, don't shoot him. Shoot this guy. That's the kind of thing you can't script, everybody. that was, wow. Wow. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have any eyes, so I guess depth perception is not his best friend. So, wow, that was amazing. That was one for the record books, everybody. Alright, so we got that guy, and we also got that shield guy that you have to destroy with the spin attack. Just a friendly reminder for those of you who don't remember. Alright, and here's the last capsule. You run in place, bro. You run in place. He literally said that for all of the capsules. I cannot believe it. 10 out of 10. Alright, so those are all the capsules, and when you do that, you can just fight the boss like normal at this point. You just shoot him, and then you flash it, and just keep doing that over and over and over until he dies. So let's just shoot him with a few charged shots to finish him off. And boom! There we go. That is how you defeat that boss. I don't know what I'm gonna call him, but I'm sure I'll figure it out when I go to edit this video. Boss defeated! There we go, guys! Hey everybody, Game Master 468 here, bringing this part of my Toy Story 2, the game walkthrough. And we're gonna do elevator hop now, and I kinda, sorta, maybe don't like this level very much, because it's kinda... I mean, it's not so bad now, but... even now, it's kind of a tedious level to go through. Especially if you're trying to get, like, 100%. It's one specific part that makes this kind of a slog to go through. But you know what? We're not going to worry about that right now. All right, we'll get through this. Get through this together, because we're all in this together. Right. Everything is awesome. Everything's cool when you're part of a team. Ha 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 ha. Pop culture jokes. All right. So before we can do anything, we actually need to get the power up that's in this area. So rather than go in where the game like point to when you start the level, we're gonna go behind us this time. I'm gonna swing on these electric poles, and you gotta time it just right, so I can see there's like electricity going through them, and if you're swinging on them as the electricity's on, then it's gonna hurt you and knock you off. But luckily the timing on it is pretty simple, so shouldn't have too much of an issue. Just need to go down here, and there we go. That's the thing we need to get. Oh, no, go. No, okay. Alright, so there we go. That's Mr. Tailhead's foot, I believe. Or is it his feet? Is it just his foot? It's just his foot. There you go, bro. Wow, thanks, Buzz. In return for finding my foot, I will let you use the grappling hook. I don't know why I turned country all of a sudden. Alright, so this is the power-up that we got. We got the grappling hook. Alright, so when you collect the grappling hook, if you go into first-person mode, as you can see, we have a little yellow lock-on box. And if we press the R1 button to lock onto it, and then press the fire button, he'll shoot a grappling hook, and it'll launch you straight towards the target. If you lock onto those red targets, you can grapple your way upward and progress forward. That's going to be what we're mainly going to be doing throughout this level. Going to be taking great advantage of the grappling hook here. Alright. So things start out pretty simple. We're not going to be seeing a pizza plant token for quite a while. That's the wrong direction. I'm thinking of a later challenge. Most of it is basically just climbing up this elevator shaft, this beginning part. I'm not going to be seeing actual, like, pizza plant token tasks for a little while. Not for an extremely long while, mind you, don't worry, we're not going to be spending, like, hours doing this. I mean, like, for a good few minutes, we're just going to be, going through here down this linear path until we get to the top of this elevator shaft. That's what we'll mainly be doing for a good few minutes. Alright, so as you can see, things are pretty simple so far. There we go. Is there, yep. It's this guy. See him throw a spin attack a few times. There we go. Alright, not much to say. Like I said, we're just going through here. Alright, you also want to be careful of these fire vent things that we've been coming across. And this time you need to go back here, because as you can see, the grappling hook is... Not the grappling hook, the grappling target is behind us this time. We also have these fans that are going to try to blow you off the ledge. You want to wait for them to turn off, then quickly turn around and face the next grappling hook target before the fan blows you out of the way. Same thing with this one. We can go here. And we should be at the top now, yep. Alright, so now we're going to be doing an actual pizza plant token challenge. First, let's hit the switch. And I'll activate a fan here, so if we ever fall off, we can just take this fan, and it'll take us right back up to where we left off. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so for this first pizza plant token, we need to unlock this gate here, and turn on the elevators. We have a bit of a puzzle here. If you line up the wire, you will open the door and activate the elevators. So we basically need to get all of these wires to line up in a row. And luckily, this is actually a really simple puzzle, because the solution to the puzzle is the same every time you play. So luckily, this is going to be really simple. You want to get them all to line up, what you want to do is first press this button here, and then you want to press this button here. And there we go! As you can see, they're all lined up. You basically just need to, because as you can see, when you press the buttons, it'll move the different colored wires in a different direction. But that's what you gotta do. Pretty simple if you know what you're doing. Alright, so let's grab this, and let's keep on playing. Alright, so the next two are going to be higher up, and this is the challenge that I said was annoying. Gosh, it's not really so much it's hard, it's just tedious. Most of the time you're going to be spending climbing up these elevator shafts, or just this elevator. You gotta wait for them to go up and down, and they're not always in sync with one another, so it kind of takes a little while, and it's really terrible if you, fall off and you have to do it again, and it can either be a really easy challenge or a really difficult challenge. Luckily, it looks like this is going to be a really easy challenge for this first time. Alright, let's hit this, and luckily now that we hit that, we never have to do that elevator challenge again. That's the one part that's kind of annoying, even though I did it, first try, but it can be either your best friend or your worst enemy, so, yeah. So we have challenges on both sides of this elevator shaft. I'm going to do the one that's on this side first, since we're right here. We have a mini-boss with an evil spider creature. Let's go over here. Ha ha ha! Defeat the spider Gunro boss to get a Pizza Planet token. Alright, guys. So as you can see, we've had some pretty simple bosses so far, right? We kind of spend most of them just standing in one spot and firing. But this one is totally different. This mini-boss really changes things up. What you want to do is you want to stand in one spot and fire your laser. Except this time, you want to jump occasionally when it flies upward. And then you want to just keep holding down the fire button. See that? I think that really changes the game. I think that was a really revolutionary boss at the time. I thought I really liked how it changed things up. It was really tricky boss there. I really like that one. But in all seriousness, wow, we're right at the next challenge. Alright. Alright, so next we're going to be doing the race challenge of this level. Alright. He says, "Hi, Buzz, follow the token to the bottom of the shaft where you can collect it. Unless you run out of time." Alright, so this is a different kind of race challenge. We're not, racing a character specifically. What we need to do is we need to slide down this elevator shaft and meet the Pizza Planet token at the bottom. But the catch is, as you can see, we have these holes that you can fall into. And if you fall down them, it might be possible that you can still get to the Pizza Planet token in time. But you'll be really pushing it if you fall down these. So, yeah. So try not to fall down them. There we go. And there we go. Pretty simple. And let's wait for it to come here. There we go. Oh, wow, that was really quick. Alright, so there we go. That is how you get that Pizza Planet token. So next, we're going to be getting the 5 collectible things that we need to get. You've been seeing them throughout this whole challenge here. We need to collect 5 mice throughout this area. And we met one while we were just going through this area normally, so I'm going to cut ahead to when we get there. Alright, so in here, I believe this is the area. Yeah, right here. As you can see, if we go to the... thank you. If we go to the left here, as you can see, we have Rex here, and we also have the first mouse. There we go, that's the first one. And from here, we can just fall down here, because we don't need to do the challenge normally anymore. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Alright, so the second one is near the wire puzzle that we did a little while ago. So let's go up here. Let's climb up. Up-to-doodle. Alright, so it's up here. It's kind of annoying to get, honestly, because, as you can see, you don't really have a lot of room to jump, because of the ceiling here. I usually like to wait until the mouse is closer, like around here. Okay, maybe a little bit closer than that. But yeah. Let's wait for it to get closer. Oh, darn it, I had it there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing... There we go, there we go. Right, I'm going to be cutting a lot of that out, but there's that mouse. Alright, the next one is actually on the wall here. You can get lucky, you can fall right into it. There we go. There's that mouse. Mouse number 4 is up on the shortcut path that we took after we activated the elevators. There we go. There you are. Sweetness. And the final mouse is right near Ham. Gonna get a few extra coins here, so that we'll be good to trade them to Ham later. And boom! Got it! Alright, so now let's go ahead and get the last mouse. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, so the mouse is over here. It's actually right where we got, Mr. Potato Head's excuse me, foot. There we go. Oh man, that's gonna be coming close. Okay, that was close. Alright. Do that. Down the zip line. Let's wait for the electricity to go through. And there we go. Those are all the mice. Let's go ahead and give it to Mice Lady. She's right near the wire puzzle again. There you are. Thanks for finding my baby mice, Buzz. Here's a Pizza Planet token. Alright, there's that one. Now let's give the coins to Ham and we'll be done with this level. Alright, that wasn't so bad. It's not always bad, to be fair. It kind of depends. Sometimes you can get through it pretty quickly. Sometimes it can take, like, take forever. But luckily this one was a pretty short run through of this level. So that's pretty good. Alright, let's climb up here, and here you go, Ham. Thanks, dude. And got it. Alright, let's get out of here. And then we can, I think we have some, yeah, we got some time to do another level. Let's do it. Let's do the next level after this one. Alright, so the next level is Owl's Penthouse. We got through the elevator shaft, and this is where we would meet Woody and the gang. We don't see Woody at all in this level. We don't see him until the very end of the game. So, yeah. That's kinda, yeah. But anyway, we're just gonna do what we've been doing. Just get some Pizza Planet tokens. And right off the bat, we have a Pizza Planet token right over here. It's, with, Bullseye, who can talk in this game somehow. I don't know how. That's not a thing he could do in the movie. Then again, RC couldn't talk in the movie either, I don't think. So, I mean, I know he could, I don't know if people could, I don't remember, I don't know, I'm rambling. Anyway, hello, Buzz, if you can bring me, oh, I'm sorry, howdy, Buzz. If you can bring me 5 Horseshoes before you run out of time, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. Alright, so this one's pretty simple if you know where they all are. Alright, the first one is over here. Let's grab that. Second one is over here. And as you can see, we have a few new enemies in this area. I'll go over them in a little bit. Let's grab that. And the final one is over here. Got it. Alright, and as you can see, the time's really short, so if you don't know where they are, you know, you don't really have a lot of time to find them. But we did it. We got all of the thingy-madoogis with plenty of time to spare. Alright, let's keep on playing. I'm gonna get the green laser here while I explain these new enemies. As you can see, we have this vulture here. He'll basically just chase after you if you get close enough. So, yeah, he takes a few hits to kill, but he's pretty easy. Just shoot him a few times in the face and then he dies. Pretty simple stuff. We also have a cannon here. This is gonna be the main gimmick, I guess, of this level. We also have this enemy, which is a snake. It's basically just a reskinned version of those red Zurg enemies that we've been seeing since the first level. So, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, we have cannons here, and the main gimmick is you can find switches to disable the cannons. I don't know if we're going to be finding them right now. I mean, I guess I might as well, since we're right at the switch. There's the green laser that I wanted. Okay, never mind, we're gonna do it later. Okay, but there are switches that you can activate to, destroy the cannons. Making time a lot easier on yourself. Ow. There we go. Alright, so the first Pizza Planet token we're gonna get is gonna be the, puzzle Pizza Planet token, I guess. We have a train that's moving around here, and what we need to do... Actually, I'll show you when we get up there first. Let's move this box through here. We also have that enemy, as you can see. He's basically just a normal cowboy who will shoot at you when you get close. Alright. Can jump over the bullets pretty easily. It's a good way to avoid them. Alright, let's grab all these. Alright, so here's what we need to do. Let's go over here. Alright, so we have a box here that we need to push in order to get up to the Pizza Planet token. But the thing is... we have a train in the way, and when we try to push the box, the train's going to be blocking the box, so that we can't push it any further. So what we need to do is we need to get the train into a dead end, so that it can't move anymore. Let me show you. If we go over here, you need to get the train to run into this thing, so that way it can't move anymore. And we need to hit the switches in order to change all the tracks. So first we need to hit this button to get the track into that position. Then, we need to go over here, onto this button, and I believe we need to push it into that position over there. So that way it's always on this track. And then I already pushed the other button before. You press this button to get the track into that position. And if all goes well, that should do it. Let's make sure, just to be safe, because sometimes it doesn't always do it. Sometimes the train will go into a completely different track. Alright, so let's see. Oh, it already did it! Alright, we did it, guys! Alright, so, yeah, there you go. That's what you need to do in order to get the train to run into the dead end. Now we just need to get the box and push it towards this bed over here so we can climb on top and get the pizza plant token. Alright, so here we go. Let's push this box. It's gonna be kind of a long trip, so, this is some nice wallpaper, Al. Really great wallpaper. Really nice. That's a really cool bed, too. A train bed? Dude, that's a... Woo! That's, it's pretty insane. Mm-hmm. My throat's getting kind of sore because I've been talking for so long. But, anyway, here we go. This is where we need to push it. Push it, push it. So here's what I was talking about. When we hit these red switches, it'll turn off the cannon that's in that area. So there we go. We disabled that cannon. We don't have to worry about it anymore. And we got the pizza plant token. Alright, so we're going to go into the next room now. First, we're going to go ahead and get this vulture out of the way. So it's not an issue for us later. I love the music in this area, too. I don't know if you can hear it very well in the recording, because of how I have the audio levels laid out. But the music, this is probably one of my favorite songs in the game. I really like it. Alright. Pushing it into this room. There we go. Up we go. Got some more pushing to do. Grab that coin. Alright. So simple platforming. Oh gosh, I forgot you were there. Alright. Can grab. Thank you. Were you like the toy barn encounter boss, where your depth perception was not a thing? Is that what's going on? Alright, let's press the button. Press it. Thank you. Alright. So let's jump down here. And here's the boss. Well, first let me grab these coins. Alright, so here's the mini-boss. Defeat the Gunslinger boss to get a Pizza Planet token. Well, first we're gonna press this button so that we don't have to worry about this cannon. And here we go. Here's the super complicated strat to get rid of this mini-boss. All you have to do is need to stand in one spot and then hold the fire button for a really long time. And then sometimes you want to jump over his bullets. Except now, because he was a really bad aim and kept shooting the wall for whatever reason. That was weird. And he did like a ballerina twirl when he died. That was crazy. Did you see that? Let's get a slow motion replay of that, Bob. Did you see that? Look at that. Wasn't that insane? That was insane, bro. Alright, let's grab that. And, yeah, there we go. That's the mini-boss token. Yeah, so, can you tell that the mini-bosses in this game aren't very good yet? I don't know if I make that clear enough quite yet. But most of them is just standing in one spot and then shooting for a really long time. Alright, so now we're gonna be, getting those, the 5 collectible thingies. The person we need to give them to is in here. You can kind of see her. It's Jessie. We need to give, Jessie her critters back. She has these bunny rabbits that are just hopping around Al's penthouse and they're lost. And it's terrible, man. So we're gonna help her get them back. Alright, the first one is in this area that we haven't been to yet. Get this guy out of the way. We have a bit of a challenge that we need to do. As you can see, we have these sponge platforms here that are just laying here on the floor. And I'm like, well, what's this all about? Well, if we press this button, the water level in the room will raise up, and that'll cause these platforms to raise up along with it. And if you ever mess up for whatever reason, because if you fall down, you won't have a way to climb back up. So if you ever mess up this challenge, you just press this button, and that'll cause the water in the room to drain all the way so you can try again. Alright, so you just need to climb on up. Shut up, Ham! I'm trying to do something! Alright, so we basically just need to climb on up, and we need to keep hitting buttons so that the water level will keep raising up. You saw the critter that we need to get in this room up there. Kind of saw him for a split second. Right?
Don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off.
There we go. That's kind of a tricky platform to get to sometimes. Let's disable that cannon. Alright. Over here. Boom. Get back to the platforms. Hut two. Hut two. Hut two. Excuse me. Grab the coin, please. Thank you. Alright. So this should get us to the critter. And there we go. That's the first one we've collected. Let's jump down here. And when you get close to the exit, the water will just drain normally. So that you're not just running around in a house full of water the entire time. So, yeah. And then we're gonna go after critter number 2. And this time I'm gonna do the challenge all the way instead of just completing it like 3/4 of the way to get the green laser like what we did last time. Alright. Climb up here. Alright. No, I hate you. I hate you so much. You're not on my Christmas list. Now you're really not on my Christmas list. Not even on my birthday list. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try to actually land on the swing poles this time. There we go. And there's the button. Yeah, land right on top of it. There we go. Right, so there's the second critter over there. Jump over there. Got him. Alright. Critter number 3 is in here, where the train puzzle's at. I need the box again. Gosh darn it. Alright, got the box back. Alright, so let's climb up here. The third critter is on the bed. There we go. And now I need to push the box into the other room again to get the fourth critter. Alright, so here's the fourth critter right near the Slinger Mini-Boss. There we go. That's critter number 4. And the final critter is right in the room where we need to give them to Jessie. So let's go over here. We haven't been to this room yet, except for stepping into the, once. Alright, so got another climbing challenge that we need to do. Alright, first we need to jump up here and knock the lock off of that refrigerator. I don't know what a lock is doing on a refrigerator, but whatever. Oh dear, why'd you do that, Buzz? Why'd you knock your head on the refrigerator tray? That is bad. Alright, so there's Jessie. I'm gonna give her critters in just a second. Alright, so we need to go over here. We need to ground pound on this so we can jump higher. Okay. Okay, we need to ground pound on this to get him to jump higher. Oh dear, oh gosh, that was almost really bad. Alright, so as you can see, you can't climb on these ceiling lamp things. You'll slide down after a short period of time. So just jump from one lampshade to the other. Aw, man, I wasn't cool that time. Alright, so there we go. How many we got? 47. Alright. Oh man, we're literally one coin away. Oh, don't worry, there's a coin right over there. We got exactly 50. Awesome. Boom! Got it! Alright. Sweetness. Everything's flowing together awesomely. Alright, so here's your critters, Jessie. Thanks for finding my critters, Buzz. Here's a pizza plant token. She was really excited about it, too. She's so like, "Whoa, yee-haw, you did it!" Oh, okay. Anyway. Probably couldn't do that really well, because like I said, been talking for a long time. Alright, so there's that pizza plant token. Now let's go ahead and just give the coins to Ham, and we'll be done with this video. Going in here. Oh, yeah, we're going in here. Here you go, Ham. Thanks, bro. Alright, so there we go. We're done with Owl's Penthouse. And now we're going to be doing the next boss level of the game, the Evil Emperor Zurg. And I wonder which boss we're going to fight in this level. I can't tell because of the title. Oh my gosh, we're going to be fighting Zurg in this level. I never would have guessed. Anyway, so let's walk forward and let's begin.
Buzz Lightyear, your defeat will be my greatest triumph.
Alright, we're going to be fighting Zurg, guys. So this is when they start to change things up a bit. As you can see, if we fire our laser at Zurg, as you can see, they just reflect off of him. And he doesn't have, like, it's not like the robot mini-boss at the very beginning game where you have to wait for him to, like, get stunned or whatever. He can't, he's not affected by your laser whatsoever. What you need to do is you need to actually attack him with the spin attack. And then every time you hit him with the spin attack, he's going to be shooting these green balls at you, which are going to come flying back at you after he shoots. You can use the spin attack to reflect those as well. And that's basically what you need to do. You need to keep hitting him with the spin attack over and over and over until he is eventually defeated. He does take quite a few hits, so it is a matter of patience with this mini-boss. Take that, Buzz Lightyear! I can't believe it. They actually put voice acting for a change. Why couldn't they do that for the entire game? I don't know. Why don't they do things like that? Oh, yeah, I did take that. That was painful. Alright, I think, yeah, he's starting to do this now, I believe. Yeah, so after a while, after he gets about halfway, defeated, he's gonna be mixing the balls. The yellow balls, he just fires, and that's about it. He just fires, and that's about it. And then when you get halfway through, he's gonna be shooting 2 yellow balls and 1 green ball at you. So now you're gonna always have a ball that's gonna be, honing in on you. I believe that's how it's said. Homing attack. There's gonna be 1 green ball that's always gonna be homing in on you every time he shoots. So be careful. We've almost defeated him, thankfully, because we're getting close to dying here. There you go. I think 1 or 2 more hits ought to do it. There we go. And there you have it. That is how you defeat Zurg. Alright, there we go. And then he meets up with alternate reality Buzz or whatever, and then they become best friends, father and son. Isn't that fantastic? Family bonding. Anyway, watch the movie to get the reference. Anyway, so that's about it, guys. It's a pretty short boss fight. Oh man, bonus movie awarded. I can't wait to not watch it ever. We are getting really close to the end of the game. We only have 2 levels left to go before we have the final showdown with, well, you probably know who it is if you've seen the movie. It's the Prospector, because he's evil and stuff. Wow, this plot's really hard to explain without giving you the movie clips for context. Yeah, if you've seen the movie, the Prospector kind of goes crazy and makes Woody go to Japan because of museums and stuff. But we're gonna stop him in these last couple of levels. And, yeah, we're gonna do that right now. In the level, Airport Infiltration. Infiltration. There we go. That's how you word. Alright, skipping the movie clip as usual. Ugh, excuse me. I just had food before recording, so a little bit burpy. Oh, what am I kidding? I'm gonna be burpy no matter what. Alright, I am dangerously low on health, so I'm gonna be trying to be extra careful here. Gonna try to keep up my no death streak. Cause I don't think I've died once so far in this walkthrough yet, unless I'm totally wrong. That's gonna be totally wrong. When I go to edit these videos again, I'm gonna find a part where I die, and then I'm gonna edit in, like, text. I'm saying, no, actually, I died in this part, and then, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so just like the elevator shaft, whatever it was called, the elevator level, we basically just have a linear platforming section that we need to do before we can actually do things. So we're just kind of going through on these conveyor belts and swinging on poles. I'm Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Like, oh my gosh. Like, don't you know who I am? I'm Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Anyway. Alright, so that's the linear platforming section. There's more that you can do, but we're going to be saving that for when we have to find 5 of the thing for that pizza plant token. Of course, we're going to be collecting coins along the way. And our first pizza plant token is the race challenge. It's this guy. I don't... Wait, did he actually say something? Hello? Yeah, I guess it was just me. I thought he actually said something for a second, but, yeah, I don't know what this guy's name is. I just know that he looks really, really creepy in this game when you look at him up close. But we're gonna talk to him. If you can bring me 5 weights before you run out of time, I will give you a pizza plant token. So, you should know the drill by now. We just have to run around and collect 5 of the thing, and, before time runs out, and then give them back to him, and then we're the winner. Alright, so, first few is in here, well, there's one in there, and then there's another one at the entrance to the area. There's also one on top of the conveyor belts. So let's go up here. There it is. There it is! Anyway. I'm tempted to edit in that clip, but I'm afraid that Daddy Derek will get mad at me if I do that. So I'm not gonna do that. Don't sue, Daddy Derek, don't sue. Anyway. Alright, so there's all 5 of the things there. Alright. Give him back to whatever his name is. There you go. Well done. You have found all... Wow, that was close. I wonder if I can actually get hit if I enter this cutscene in, like, the exact right moment. What? Oh my gosh, he's shooting at me. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Okay, well that answers that question. Here's your pizza plant token. Cool, thanks. Oh wow, that was pretty funny. Alright, so the next thing we need to, next token we're going to do is the Mini-Boss token. That's not where the Mini-Boss token is, but we do need to go in there. But first, we need to get a power-up from this potato head. And we need to get another one of his body parts, of course. This time, he's losing his mouth. Now, I want to talk to him before we give him his mouth for a very specific reason. Just because, well, just, let's... Hover boots. Mouth. I think that says it all, bro. Always found that funny as a kid. That was just amazing. I love that part so much. Especially love how, like, he can't say, like, the full sentence, but he says the item that you need to get. And, like, just fine. That's funny. Alright, so his mouth is in this room. We have another platforming section to get another one of those 5 of a thing. It's another one of those, tyke, toys from the construction yard level. One of the tykes is in this room, in the platforming section, but we're only gonna be, doing it, like, 1/3 of the way, because that's how we can get the, Mr. Potato Head's mouth. So we're just gonna stand here and wait for the wings to, get into position correctly. Or until they stop bouncing, at least. There we go. Grab, can you grab this? Thank you. Alright, and I know it looks kind of weird, but Mr. Potato Head's mouth is right over here. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger. Alright, we got his mouth. So now let's go ahead and give it to Mr. Potato Head. And I believe that this is the final power-up of the game. I believe we did get the rocket boots. So yeah, I think this is the last power-up of the entire game.
Looks like we got ourselves some bouncy boots.
Whoa, dude, we do have some bouncy boots, except they're not bouncy at all. They're hover boots. I don't know why you called them bouncy. They're not bouncy at all. So yeah, these are hover boots. When you collect them, Buzz will hover in the air for a little bit, and if you hold down the X button, he'll go higher. If you go onto another surface, he'll fly a little bit higher. Go off of that surface, he'll fly a little lower. He'll only go up as high as the ground is. So if you go up to this part of the ground, he'll go a little bit higher. And we're going to be using it to get... Oh, well, as you can see, they do run out after a while. So we're gonna collect these, and we're gonna use this to get to the Mini-Boss. And the Mini-Boss is, well, believe it or not, it's actually the Prospector. Yeah, he's a Mini-Boss in this level, but he's also the final boss in the final level. It's kind of weird. But, unlike all the other Mini-Bosses, though, he actually, we don't have to stand in one spot the whole time, and, shoot him with the laser, because if you try to shoot him with the laser, if the camera will face in the right direction, as you can see, the lasers don't work on him. He's kind of like Zurg in that, regard. So the only way you can defeat him is using the spin attack. You want to just go around in a bit and, just circle around him, so that he doesn't hit you with a full shockwave pickaxe attack. Aww! So much for the no-death streak. I probably should have grabbed that battery when I was low on health there, but I didn't. But there you go, that's that Mini-Boss defeated. And Pizza Planet token. Awesome. So finally, we're gonna get the hidden Pizza Planet token. It's gonna go in here, and we have to get it in kind of an annoying, platforming section. Yeah. We do have to do it to get the Kite, as I said, but it's also the Pizza Plant token as well. Kind of forgot about that. So yeah, this one's kind of annoying because of those things up there. You see those fans? Yeah, sometimes they can be a jerk and blow you off, but what makes it extra annoying is a specific enemy placement during this platforming challenge. That makes it really annoying. I'll show you that when we get there. Let's do that. Oopsie doodle. Oh man, I thought I was gonna miss that jump for a second. Alright. Turn around. Every now and then, blah blah blah. Right, so it's not this enemy. This enemy's fine. Alright. So let's wait for that fan to turn off. Because if you try to jump onto that pole before the fan turns off, it's just gonna blow you away. And you'll completely miss it. So... timer jump right. Let's see, is this fan off? It is, but we're gonna wait until it turns off again, just to make sure we're timing it right. Alright, and... So this... Oh, darn it! I thought I could salvage it, but I didn't. That's sad. Alright, so let's try that again. So the enemy emplacement right there, that's the enemy placement that's terrible. Because, like... because as you can see, he's, like, right next to the hover boots. And you need the hover boots in order to get to the Pizza Planet token of this area. So, I'm gonna try to shoot him off, and you gotta be quick about it, too, because of the fan. So, yeah. I don't like that enemy placement. Luckily, we were able to do it just fine. Alright, so there we go. That's the hidden Pizza Plant token. Now it's time to find 5 of a thing. And the first one is actually down there on top of one of the fans. What we're gonna do, what we need to do, gonna wait for that fan to turn off. Then we're gonna jump down. Okay. Climb on top of the rocket ship again. Or whatever the heck this thing is, the plane. I'm gonna use the hover boots to gently float down to where we need to be. And there we go, that's the first one of those guys collected. Can I climb? Oh, I can climb on this thing. Cool. I don't think that's gonna help me in this situation, though. Nah, it's not very helpful. Oh well. But that's the first one of those collected. The second one is below this platform. Let's see if I can get to it without falling. Okay, that was close. But there it is! I got it! Yay! Now we don't have to come back to this room ever again! Yay! Alright, so that's the second one. The third one is in a really lengthy platforming challenge. Actually, I think we're gonna go in here first and get the ones in the mini-boss room first. Because it's shorter. Alright, so here where we fought the Prospector, we need to go over here. Boop. Climb up this pole. And at the bottom of this zip line is the third type. So let's go down here. Alright. Got you. Alright, so that's the third one collected. So now we're gonna do the platforming section that I said we were gonna do before I changed my mind. Let's climb onto the conveyor belt. Get this guy out of the way so he doesn't become an issue for us later. Alright, we should be able to collect a good majority of the coins that we need along this platforming challenge, so that's good. Alright, so just gonna do this. Oh, hello, bro. Oh, dear. Nope, die, thank you. Alright, get on here. Basically, just need to ground pound on the suitcases to launch yourself up. Oh gosh, stop sneaking up on me, stupid jerk face. I'm good at insults. Alright. Over here. Thought I jumped that too early for a second. Climbing on up. Oh gosh, darn it, bro. Go away. Get out of here. Thank you. Alright. I probably could... Darn it! I probably could have grabbed the green laser in that one room, but I didn't, so... Oh well. Let's go over here. Jump, jump, start first grade, jump, jump, jump. There we go. Grabbing this. Not much to say, we're just doing a normal platforming section. Oopsie doodle. Nice shot, bro. That was great. Alright. Getting a little bit high up so we can get to those swingy poles just fine. There we go. Alright. So I believe at the bottom of this zip line is going to be the type that we need. Alright. Just across this gap. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away. And... got it. Alright. One more to go. Whoa! Alright. So the final one is actually really close by. Just go back here into this first room. Use the suitcase to launch us up. Jump over here. Avoiding the vulture. And there we go. Those are all the types. And we still have quite a few coins that we need. I'm probably going to collect those off screen. So that we don't have to, you don't have to see me grind for coins and stuff. It's probably not something you guys want to watch, so, yeah. Let's go ahead and give these to the guy first. Alright, so the guy we need is in here. In this room. Gonna grab the green laser, even though we're almost done with this level. You know what, we've collected in every level so far, so I'm just gonna do it. Thanks for finding my little tight passengers, Buzz. Here's a Pizza Planet token. Alright. Let's grab that, keep on playing, and now we just need to get the coins to him. We're almost done, though. In fact, I think these guys over here will give us the coins that we need. Alright. So there you have it. I need it, thank you. Alright, so now let's go ahead and give this to Ham, and then we'll be done with this level. Right, it's back on this first conveyor belt again. Up we go. Alright. So he's up there on that platform. Let's wait for this suitcase to get on over here. Launch up. And there he is. What's up, bro? Thanks, dude. Alright, so there we go. With that, we have finished this level. Let's get out of here and bump our head on the ceiling as we leave. He tried to be cool and wanted to, like, burst through the ceiling, but he failed, sadly. Alright, so there we go. That's that. So now we have one more main level left to do before we do the final boss fight. And it's probably the worst level of the entire game, to be honest. Tarmac Trouble, let's do it. Not looking forward to it. Okay, so the thing about this level, alright, it's not that it's hard, it's not a hard level, it's a tedious level. Alright, let me show you. You see, this doesn't look like much is going on here, right? Alright, we have this big open space with this airplane just going around in a circle. Also, I'm pretty sure Buzz would be, like, a lot smaller than this. I think that's about the, like, human size, I believe. So yeah, not a whole lot going on in this level, as you can see. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But first, I want to go ahead and do this challenge while we're down here. We need to do a challenge for Slinky. And it's probably the one challenge in this level that I actually like. He says if you can reach the end of this path without jumping or touching the green slime, I'll give you a Pizza Planet token. So we have another race challenge, but it's a different kind of race. It's a race with a catch. You basically need to follow this path to the Pizza Planet token before time runs out. And if you touch the green slime once, the time will instantly run out and you'll have to try again. And if you try to jump over these gaps, the time will instantly run out and you'll have to try again. So you just have to be careful and make sure you don't touch the green slime. Luckily this challenge is a lot easier when you're using analog control. It's more difficult if you're using, like, D-pad controls, because, yeah, for obvious reasons. But, luckily we're using analog sticks here, so it's a lot simpler this time around. Alright. It's a different kind of challenge, though. I like this challenge. I like that it's different. Alright, and there we go. So that's the one good challenge of this level. Let me show you the reason why the rest of this level is stupid. Alright, so what we need to do, we need to climb on top of this pole here, and we actually need to jump onto the wing of the airplane. Which honestly does sound pretty epic, don't you think? So we're gonna jump over here. I'm gonna run to the other side of the plane. Right, there's one of the 5 of the thing that we need to collect. This time it's suitcases in this level. Alright, gonna go over here. And then once you get... Whoa, what the heck were you doing there, Buzz? Once we get to the other end of the wing, what you need to do is you need to sit here. You just need to sit. And wait until you can jump off of the wing to get somewhere. I believe... It looks like we're going to be doing the Mini-Boss next. That's going to be our next stop. And then... Alright, you ready for this? And then... Once you jump off of the wing... You won't be able to jump back onto the plane when it comes back around. You know what you gotta do? When you're done doing the challenge in this section of the level? You have to jump off of this area, climb back onto the pole, jump back onto the airplane, and you have to wait for the plane to go around again to the next challenge that you want to do. Then you gotta wash, rinse, and repeat until you've beaten everything that there is to beat in this level. That's literally this entire level. It's just climb onto the pole, jump onto the airplane, run into the airplane, jump onto the challenge, wash, rinse, and repeat until the whole level is done. Ugh, that is... Gosh, that's a terrible final level. Especially for, like, a platformer. Like, what the heck, dude? That's terrible. That's terrible level design there. And it doesn't help, like, this... We have this mini-boss, right? We have the final mini-boss of the entire game. Guess how you beat him? He's immune to the lasers. Like the Prospector and Zurg. You can only beat him with the spin attack, but he has this attack, right? He has this sledgehammer attack, and when he slams down, this blue wave will hone in on you, and it's really difficult to outrun it. It's almost impossible to outrun it. So, basically, instead of trying to avoid it, you just gotta stand there and take it, and wait until this blacksmith guy is finally dead. And yeah, there's pretty much no way to do this fight without getting hit at least once. It's so stupid. So doing that, there we go. See, boss is dead. Couldn't do that without getting hit. Just hate that Mini-Boss. And hate this entire level, for that matter. Everything about this level is stupid. I hate it. I wish it never existed. So anyway, we got that token. So there we go. That's that pizza plant token gotten. Now we're going to be doing the hidden pizza plant token. We're going to solve the puzzle this level. But first, I'm going to run all the way to the pole, alright? I'm going to show this one more time. Just to give you the basic gist of what this level is like, alright? Going to run all the way back to the pole. Run back to where Slinky is. What's up, Slinky? Climb onto the pole. Just gonna go on up, alright. Jump onto the wing, and then we gotta run all the way to the other side. We're gonna miss the puzzle too, as it's right there in the distance where the helicopter's at. Go all the way here. Right on the other side of the wing, and now since we missed the puzzle the first time, we have to sit here and wait until we get to the puzzle. That's literally the entire level, ladies and gentlemen. I have learned that there are like 2 areas where you can jump back onto the wing from where you're at. But it still takes a while because you still have to wait for the plane to come back around so you can even jump on it. So, yeah. Oh no, according to this level, we have plenty of time to lose. Alright, so here's the puzzle. See if I can jump on it the first time. So that's another thing. You missed the jump, guess what? You gotta do all that waiting yet again. Alright, so there we go. We made it. So, let's see what we have to do for this puzzle. If we jump up here, use the buttons to change the bottom row of the lights to match the top row of the lights. The puzzle will reset if you take more than 3 tries. If you complete the puzzle, the helicopter will move down so that you can reach the pizza plant token. Alright, so we have to make sure that the bottom row of the lights matches the top row. It looks like the green light's already turned on. So, let's turn this light off. And let's turn this light on. Alright, easy peasy. And like it says, when you, if you take more than 3 tries, the puzzle will reset and you'll get a different puzzle that you need to do. This puzzle, unlike the one in the elevator shaft, this one does change every time you play, so the solution isn't the same every single time. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Gonna grab some coins while I'm here, because this is another thing that's tedious about this level. This is the most tedious level to collect 50 coins for ham in. Can you tell I don't really like this level very much? Alright, I believe that's the 3rd token we've collected, so now we need to go ahead and collect 5 of the thing now. And I bet you can't guess how we need to collect 5 of the thing. Bet you just can't even guess. Can't even guess, bro. Gotta use the airplane for most of it. Yay! Alright, one good thing about this level, I guess. Well, first let's grab this green laser first. Just to make getting rid of these enemies a bit easier. You probably noticed that we passed by the rocket boots a few times. That, makes it pretty, easy to go through this, level quickly. So if we just grab these, we can zoom through the level a lot faster than we normally could. So, it does help save a little bit of time. But you know what? I still hate this level. Alright, let's, shoot this guy. And I'm basically looking for the one suitcase that is on the floor right now. I believe... No, it's not over here. It's way too close to the other suitcase. I'll cut ahead to when I find it. Okay, I believe it's over here. There we go. Alright, so... grab that suitcase. Stop jumping. Give me the suitcase. Thank you. Alright, so on aisle number 4, that's where, the first suitcase is. And the rest we gotta climb on top of the plane for. So I'll cut ahead when we get there. Hut, 2. No. Oh, that was close. Good job, Buzz. Alright, so the second one is actually on top of the airplane, so we don't need to sit around and wait for anything. We just grab it right there. And let's see. The next one is going to be wherever it's going to be the next one we see. That's just what we're going to go with. Alright, so right here on aisle 6, next to the mini-boss of this level, there's one right on top of whatever the heck this thing is. Let's grab that. On aisle 8, there's one on top of this platform. Let's grab... Oh, gosh, bro. What a jump. What a jump, bro. Wow, he's doing some serious gymnastics there. And the final one is in this truck over here. Let's jump inside and grabbed it. We did it. We got 5 of the thing. We don't have to go on top of the airplane anymore. Yay! Alright, so as you can see, we still have quite a ways left to go in terms of coins. Like 15 more. Math. So yeah, we're just gonna turn these guys in, and I'm just gonna collect the rest of the coins off screen. Alright, I believe the guy that we need to give these suitcases to is over here in this area. Like way back here. Yep, there he is. What's up, bro? Thanks for finding my luggage, Buzz. Here is a Pizza Planet token. Cool, bro. Grabbed it. Keep on playing. Alright. So now we just need to give the 50 coins to him, which I still haven't gotten yet, so I'll cut ahead to when I do. You just keep shooting these guys until you get enough. That's all you need to know on how to get the coins. Okay, I need one more. I need one more enemy. Yay! Got it! 50 coins. Alright. So now I know where Ham is now, so let's go ahead and just rush on over there just as fast as we can. Because I don't want to be in this level anymore. Alright, let's just go through here. He's in this area. I mean, you can't see him because the draw distance hasn't drawn him in yet. But he's over there, trust me. There he is. He just popped into existence. Alright, there we go. Grab that token and let's get the heck out of here because we are done. Alright. So there you have it, guys. Those are the final 2 main levels of the game, which means we've unlocked the final boss level. I mean, did I just say we've done the final 2 levels, so now we've unlocked the final level? We've done the final 2 main levels, so now we are here in the final level of the game. We're gonna have the final showdown, as the title says right there, with the Prospector in order to save Woody once and for all. Now, we haven't collected all the Pizza Planet tokens yet, and I did say this was going to be a 100% walkthrough. It is, but we're going to be doing that in the next video. You see, you probably noticed that a lot of these boss battles have been pretty short, and the credits that follow after this fight are really short too. So, I kind of don't want to give you 2 short videos in a row. I feel like that'd be kind of stupid, even though that was a thing I did in my older videos, and it was stupid back then. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight the final boss now, and then in the final video, then we're going to collect the remaining Pizza Planet tokens and officially wrap up the game. So, yeah, that's just going to do that. So, that way we won't have 2 short videos in a row. That'd be kind of stupid, don't you think? So, here we go. We're going to be doing the little Prospector Showdown. Yeah, the name just changes just out of nowhere for no reason. Alright, so here we go. Who's the final boss going to be? Whoa, Woody, what's up, dude? Oh, dear. Whoa, gosh! Yep, the final bosses are just 3 of the mini-bosses. We got the Prospector, of course, and we have the stupid Blacksmith Mini-Boss, and then, yeah, I'm dead. That was fast. So I usually, get, 2 of them lumped up in a row, so I can attack both of them at once. The Gunslinger boss can be affected by the laser, as you might remember, but the other two can only be affected by the spin attack. So, yeah. The blacksmith is... Am I even hitting the blacksmith? There we go. I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm about to die again. Wow, I've never died twice in a row during this. Go ahead and kill me, just so I have full health again. Alright, well, there we go. That's a first. Alright, so... Yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty simple mini-boss. Or not mini-boss. Boss. In quotes. Even though I died twice and I just kind of stood there and took the hits. But, you know, we have the stupid blacksmith boss, so what can you really do? But anyway, with that, we are done! Yay! What's up, Woody, with your creepy texture face? Boss defeated! Alright, so there we go, guys. We've defeated the final boss, and technically, we've won the game. I'm gonna save my game, because it backs you out of the main menu after you beat the final boss. So, I'm gonna go back to 2 of the previous levels that we haven't fully beaten yet, and collect the remaining Pizza Plant tokens in those levels. I'm gonna start with the level Al's Toy Barn. Alright, so let's see, what are we going to do first? I think first we're going to do the mini-boss of this level. Alright, first we're going to get this box out of the way for a later reason that I'll explain. Something to note is that those airplane boxes will not respawn, actually. So that's pretty good, especially for one of the challenges that we'll be doing later on. And I'll explain more on that later on. Alright, collect that. Get you out of the way. Can't hurt to get some coins. See. What voice clip does Rex have in this level? Aw, not the funny one. I meant to show it in the airport infiltration level, but, like, you know how I was talking about how, like, Rex, like, sounds like a complete maniac? In this game for some reason. Well, as they get closer to the end of the game, Rex sounds more like an annoyed old lady who's, like, upset that, like, she didn't get, like, I don't know, her prune pudding, or whatever it is old ladies like, I don't know. Yeah, he sounds, like, really whiny. Like, I'm gonna play a clip of it right now, actually. Like, that's just... Buzz, over here! Come here, Buzz! Anyway. You know something? Actually, did I get the green laser? I did not. Then this is gonna be more difficult then. Alright, so we can't just stand around in one spot this time. We have to occasionally move from where we're at, and, stand in one spot while we hold down the fire button to charge up our shots. Wow, that was so much more difficult. Alright, that could have gone a little bit better. But you know what? We did it. We got that Pizza Plant token. Alright, ow. So we're done with that area. So the next Pizza Plant token is going to be the race one, but in order to do that, we have to collect one of the 5 objects of this level. Which is, alright, I guess. So we're going to have to collect one of the 5 objects of this level first before we can do the race challenge. And the guy who has the race challenge is this guy. What's up? You can get to my hatching egg in time. You can keep the chick that you find in it. Great reading. Come back and see me after you got the chick. Alright, so we basically need to get to the end of this area before time runs out to get the chick. Let's go through here. And this is why I recommended you get rid of that airplane box before you start this. Because when you go down this zip line, those airplanes can actually be a jerk and fly up to you while you're on the zip line, then hit you while you're on the zip line and completely knock you off of the zip line. So, yeah, that makes it kind of a pain in the butt when you're trying to do that challenge. So, yeah, I highly recommend you destroy that airplane box first before you do that challenge so that that doesn't happen. Because it's really annoying when it does. Alright, so when you get the chick in that egg, he'll give you the actual challenge this time. This time the egg will hatch quicker, but there is a token inside it. Get to it in time, and you can keep the token. Alright, so here we go. We risked doing the exact same challenge a second time. But, now we're, doing it with less time. I mean, guess that's harder. Alright. Down the zip line we go. And got it. Alright, so that's that pizza plant token collected. First I'm gonna grab all these tokens, because I can, and it's free. And, alright. So now we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and collect 5 of a thing now. In this level we're gonna be collecting chicks. The first one was in the egg, as you saw. And the second one is over there. What you need to do to get this chick, you want to slam this down, like that. And you need to go over to the rocket boots. Shut up. Oh, no! Oh, that was close. It's okay, we did it! Yay! Yeah, so you want to go to that shopping cart, bounce on that Jack-in-the-Box, I guess, to get over here. Like so, wee! And there's the chick. Alright, so there you go. That's the legitimate way you're doing it, that you have to do it, and honestly, the more fun way of doing it. But you can also, I'd like to keep in mind, you can also cheat and just climb on this thing, and then do that to get to the chick. Not as fun, but if you want to prefer the quicker and easier way of doing it, you can do that. So, yeah, cheating for the win, yo. Alright, so the next one almost went in the wrong direction. The next one is in the, Mini-Boss room. You can only collect this chick once you get the hover boots. Luckily we do have the hover boots, so now we can fly on up. Gonna wait for the hover boots to wear off. Actually, that might not be the best course of action, because I think we need them. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's go over here. Climbing on up. Alright. And this time I'm gonna go all the way over here. Climb up to this box. There we go. We did it correctly this time. Alright, so we have a bit of a platforming challenge here with these, boxes that are just moving up and down for whatever reason. I don't really know why. Oh gosh. I was worried that that might not have been a thing that Buzz could climb on, but luckily it was. Alright, so the chick is right over here. Alright, that's chick number 3. And chicks number 4 and 5 are in a new area that we haven't explored yet. So let's go through here. And we need to turn this way. And we have a big, gigantic platforming challenge we need to do to get the remaining 2 chicks. Let's go through here. Whoa. Tennis balls are being shot at me. That's not fun. What is this? Oh, Spaceland? I don't know. Alright, there's chick number 4. The person that we need to give the chick to is over here. This is the person we give them to. The final one is at the end of this room. Alright, gotta push this box, and meanwhile, while we do that, we have evil hula hoops of doom. Never thought I'd say that out loud. Let's climb up this box. Alright. Now we gotta push this box to get to the final chick. There's also an airplane box over here that we need to destroy. Or I guess we don't have to destroy it, but it's highly recommended that you do, because, you know, they're evil and want to kill you, I guess. Alright, so let's push this box all the way to the other end. Alright, and there's the final chick. Alright, let's go ahead and give them to that, mama chicken, I guess. Go up here. Whoa, evil hoops. Alright. Here you go, dude. Thanks for finding my chicks, Buzz. Here's a Pizza Planet token. Yay! And grabbed it. Alright, so now all we have to do is give the coins to him, and then we're done with this level. Climb up this box, and not get hit by the evil hula hoops of doom. And, yeah, I'll just cut ahead when I have enough coins. Alright, so I know for a fact there's a coin in the room where Ham's at, so we'll just grab that to finish that level off. Let's go ahead and go straight to Ham. Alright, there we go. I'm coming, Ham. Here's the coins. Thanks, dude. Alright, so those are all the Pizza Plant tokens in Al's Toy Barn. We are done here. Alright, so that means we only have one more level left to complete, and then we would have officially 100% completed the entire game of Toy Story 2. Alright, that's nice. We got 50 coins. That's great. Alright, so that's that level completed. I am not going to save quite yet. Gonna wait until the end of this video in case things mess up for whatever reason. And here we go. Not slime time. Alleys and goalies. Almost went to the completely wrong level. Alright, so the first challenge that we're gonna do is gonna be the Mini-Boss. And then after that thing we only have the coins and then the 5 thing to collect. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the green laser right off the bat. Gonna go over here, there we go. Alright, so in order to get to this mini-boss, you need to unlock the grappling hook in this level. Now that we have, we can go ahead and go to this area that we haven't been able to explore before. So let's go over here. And basically just have one gigantic climbing challenge that we need to do. That's a thing that this game really likes to do, I noticed. They really like challenges where you have to climb up things. Like, yeah, in the second level, you had that giant tree that you needed to climb. In the construction yard, you had that, well, construction building you needed to climb. You have this. What are some other ones? I know there's a lot more. The elevator shaft, you have to climb up the elevator shaft. There's the challenge, and there's a lot of challenges where you have to ascend. Like, in Al's penthouse, where you have the bathtub, and you need to raise the room with raise the water level in the room to get up higher. Lots of challenges where you have to go upward. I don't know why. That's a really weird thing to obsess about. And of course, to top it all off, you have the worst ascending challenge of the entire game in the final level. You have to just climb up the airplane over and over and over and over again. That was my favorite one. Not really. Alright. Over here. Jump. Jump. Golly. You gotta be careful here, too, because you notice these platforms are really, really thin. And this isn't really exactly the type of game where you're able to be super careful, just because of how the controls are laid out. So, yeah. Oh, I want to grab that coin, thank you. I also know we passed by one of the collectibles that we need to get. We'll get those later when we're actually worrying about them. Just because that's just how I like to lay out my walkthroughs, guys. Don't judge. Alright. So let me take a look here. Alright. Coins start out over there. Right.
Don't want to be in the way when my laser goes.
Or do I? No! Oh.
Don't want to be in the way.
Oh, never mind. It's all okay. Alright, alright. I'm gonna try this again. We're gonna time this right. Okay, we're good. We got all the coins. Yeah! Alright. Alright, we did successfully that time, guys. We're awesome. Yay! Alright, gonna climb on up. Alright, so the mini-boss is right over here. That was a really long climb, I know. But we're almost there. Gonna go over here. And this is where the mini-boss is hiding. We have an evil clown top of doom. Aw, man, how are we gonna be able to beat this guy? I bet you guys can never guess. How are we gonna do it? I know. Maybe if we stand in one spot and hold down the fire button for a really long time, he'll die. Let's see. Let's see if my theory is correct. Oh my gosh, my theory was correct, guys! I have no idea how I was able to guess that. That's crazy. Alright, but in all seriousness, there's the pizza plant token. Alright, so all we have left to do now is we need to collect 5 of the thing. In this level, we need to collect rubber ducks. Alright, so the first one is actually right over here, all the way on the other side of this gutter. Let's go over here. There it is. Alright, and I believe, if I'm really awesome enough, I might be able to jump to the next ones. Oh, somewhere from here. Alright. See if I can try to locate it. The camera's not cooperating. I think that's it over there. Alright guys, I'm gonna go for it. Ready for this? Gonna climb all the way to the top. Here I go, here I go. Ready? Ready, here I go. What? 2. Yeah! Alright! Alright, that's rubber duck number 2, guys. They're on along the path up, leading up to the Clown Top Mini-Boss. The third one is over where Slinky's at towards the beginning. We're just gonna cut ahead to, when we get over there, because you've seen the process of getting here already. Alright. So, here we are. Alright, I guess I'm not gonna show the platforming method. If you unlock the rocket boots at this point in the game, you can actually use that to get to the rubber duck a lot quicker. So let's go over here, and jump over here, and there's the rubber duck. If you don't want to use the rocket boots, if you haven't unlocked them at that point, you can also just use use these platforms here to jump your way over to this section of the level. And then you can get to the rubber duck that way. But we used the rocket boots method, so that's the method we're going with. Alright, so that's the end of that area. Alright, 50 coins for him. Awesome. Be sure to give those to him at the end of this video. Let's go slide down here. Alright, so the final 2 rubber ducks is in this area. Alright. Towards the puzzle that we did with the balloons. Gonna climb on top of here. Gonna jump onto these tilting platforms. Alright, darn it! Why, Buzz? Why you gotta be like that? Alright, we did it that time. Alright. Alright, so we gotta jump on top of this umbrella, and we gotta jump on top of here, and then the rubber duck is hiding right up here. Got him. Alright, and the final one is really, really easy. It's just all the way at the end of this section over here. Just this big, empty section with nothing going on in it. Alrighty. Grab the final one. There we go. And those are all the rubber ducks. I believe there's an extra life hidden in this area. Yep. Grab that. Alright. So let's climb up here, and then let's give the rubber ducks to, well, the big rubber duck. Yeah, we're just collecting smaller rubber ducks to a bigger rubber duck. So, alrighty, let's go ahead and, give him to her. There's him right there. We're gonna save him for last, because that's just how I roll. No, get away. Alright, I don't want what you're selling. Alright, so the big rubber duck is over here. There she is. Thanks for finding my baby ducklings, Buzz. Here is a Pizza Planet token. Alright, there we go. There's that Pizza Planet token, and now we just have the final Pizza Planet token of the entire game to get. Alright, guys, so it looks like we're pretty much done here. Jump onto this zip line over here. Voice crack, because I've been recording for a while. And here we go. Final coins to give to Ham. Alright, thanks a lot, Ham. And with that, we have collected every single Pizza Planet token in the entire game. We have officially 100% completed Toy Story 2. And there you have it. That's the end of the game, guys. I'm gonna save my game, because we 100%ed it, yo. I just gotta hope that nothing bad happens after I save this game. Like, nothing bad happens to the recording. That'd be really bad if something happened. Alright, congratulations! You've collected all 50 tokens! Awesome! What do I get as a reward? What? A movie clip that's copyrighted? No thanks. Yeah, they just give you a movie clip as a 100% reward. That's great. But, yeah, that's, pretty much it for this game, guys. So, with all that said, I'm gonna cut ahead to, after we beat the final boss. And then we're gonna watch the credit sequence, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give my final thoughts on the game. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, guys, so we're back. Beating the Prospector yet again. Actually, I didn't, I just stayed on the game 1 screen from the previous video. So, I broke the illusion. But congratulations, you have completed Toy Story 2! Whoa, that's awesome, dude. Hey look, it's John Burton, that guy from Crash Twin Sandy. And that was like, we couldn't have done it without you, John Burton. You're the best. But anyway, that's the end of the game. What did I think of this game? Well, much like the Stuart Little 2 game, I don't know if I'm going to be uploading this first, or the Stuart Little 2 walkthrough first. That'll depend on viewer's choice, obviously. But much like the Stuart Little 2 game, it's a pretty bare bones platformer. Like, there wasn't really much dialogue aside from, like, do this thing and you'll get this token. And that was pretty much the extent of the dialogue. There wasn't much story in the game, aside from, like, the movie clips that they show you within the game. But, yeah, it's mostly just a simple platformer game that, like, vaguely resembles, like, certain sections from the movie. But, with that said, it is still a pretty fun game. I did enjoy this game. There are definitely better platformers out there than this game, but I think for what it is, it's a pretty enjoyable game. I really liked it. The mini-bosses could definitely have been improved. Like, as I showed, most of them could just be beaten by just standing in one spot and holding the fire button. But, other than that, you know, pretty, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the mini-bosses definitely could have been better. But I'm wondering if there's anything else. I think that's about it. It's a pretty, solid game overall, I think. And then after the credits, it just kicks you back to the, main menu. Just gonna skip through all these. So yeah, I think for what it is a really enjoyable game. And if you haven't played it already, I believe they actually put this game on the PlayStation Store on PSN. I think you can actually download this game. I think it's still available for purchase. So, if you're interested in this game, I mean, go ahead and pick it up. It is a pretty good game for what it is. But keep in mind, it is a pretty bare bones platformer. But it's a fun platformer, I think. I think that's the main point to get across there. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue! So, yeah, I can't really think of much else to say about this game. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, be sure to let me know in the comments. And, yeah, I can't really think of much else to say, except that's the end of my walkthrough of the game Toy Story 2, the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this walkthrough, why don't you subscribe, or check out some of my other walkthroughs. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See you later, everyone.